Welcome back to Song of the Nameless. We've had a bit of hiatus, um, Gen Cons and funerals and the like. But we're back and we're focused up and we're in the same fight we were in when we last left off, right in the midst of it. The creature has taken a substantial amount of wounds. It is fairy fired. It tried to do a trick where it slithered into the darkness. That didn't work. And we're starting back at the top of the initiative. Quira, you are up. The Black Pudding is about 10 feet off of the ground you're currently standing on, and it's about 25 feet out from you, but its entire form is illuminated, which is a very interesting kind of bit because of what it did. It's kind of flattened itself out wide, and so you can kind of see the outline of its like puddle pattern on the surface of the ceiling. But
Okay.
yeah, your turn as you like.
Just gonna fire off a firebolt.
That makes sense. 19 will hit.
11 fire.
All right, it's burning a bit. Cindrix, you are up next.
Hmm. Okay. See here. Oh, is there enough room? Right here. Uh, yeah, right here.
Uh huh.
Uh, let's go. Just throw Holy Lance at it.
All right.
Beep, boop. Oh.
That'll hit.
So. Oh.
And
Okay. Sweet.
it is big. It is wide. It is on the ceiling. It is as flat as a pancake. It is literally a huge target. You hit it on the edges of its frame, but it does hit, and it reacts and recoils. It is not immune to that damage type, so yeah, it'll take it. Cindric's done. Scaring up. Move the moonbeam. If you're talking to me, Pudding Boy, you are currently muted.
I'm right here.
Okay.
Yep. So I would like to actually kind of fly above everybody's heads and then move.
Mm-hmm.
Meow.
All right. I've done some thinking on Moonbeam, and you moved it into it. So since this is not the first turn and it is entering its space, go ahead and roll the damage.
Say that one more time.
Go ahead and roll the damage for Moonbeam.
Yep. Getting on it. Working on it.
Must be hard to do with one less finger. All right. So as the beam moves through it, you watch as it splits it in half at the first point, and then kind of causes the edges of it to flare outwards and splatter on the wall, and a decent amount of it kind of sizzles and pops down into the green material. As it's falling, its coloration changes from black to kind of greenish color, which is similar to the churn that's beneath you. And I'll go ahead and swap the combat music out for slightly less combat music as you have defeated the creature.
Whoop, whoop.
Immediately after the fight, again, there's nothing really to retrace or retrack. Um, you are still in the same passageway that you were before. The pipes across look like they are kind of slick and have a certain amount of wetness to them. Less so where the pudding splashed onto it, but more so kind of closer to where you're at. Looks like the pipes go across. They start underneath you and kind of end at a space that's about 3 feet, maybe 4 feet below where you're standing on the grates that you're on. And then there are more grates on the opposite side. From what you can tell, there are pipes in the grate, underneath the grate that you're on, a network of pipes with one much larger than the others. And it looks like the pipe that is connected to the opposite side is connected to pipes that run from beneath you and to the south. Does that make sense? These pipes go all the way through, is what I'm saying. They go all the way through. But If you want to risk it, you can certainly try to cross it. Over here, it does look like there is a passageway.
How much space is beneath the pipe and the goo underneath?
Only about 4 feet as well. So in total, from your position down to the bottom, it's about 10 feet. But there's a pipe as
Scaran,
well.
can you fly across into this corridor, perhaps? I believe that's where the door is located.
I certainly can.
Okay. When you make it to the other side, the familiar sound of water kind of moving about is heard. Directly in front of you, there is a door, and directly behind you, there is a door. The door behind you has a latch mechanism on this wall here, kind of like a lever set inside of a mechanical looking bit of artifice.
Does it look like something I could?
It's just like a lever on the wall.
Oh, yeah, I'll hit that.
Yep, the door opens besides. Looks like both sides of the door shift from left to right, or right to left, so that they slide into the wall with kind of a sound.
Come on in.
Directly ahead of you is yet another door, similar in kind to the door that you've already seen. It, like the door in the hallway before, the one that you couldn't get through, does have a keyhole, or not a, yeah, keyhole, but there's no lever inside of here that seems to be similar to the one you saw. Just the one on this door. So, what would you like to do? Anybody? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yes.
I guess we don't have keys, right? So we can't open the door?
Correct. But the door that you just
Oh.
opened had a keyhole in it as well.
I try and open the door. Is it locked?
What are you saying? The door on the south side?
Whatever door isn't open.
The door to the north isn't open. It has a keyhole. There's no other, there's no handles or mechanisms for opening it.
Oh.
It's similar to the door that, again, I know it's been a couple weeks, so I apologize if I sounded grumpy just then. I'll try and be less of a jerk. The keyhole, when we first came in, right before we fought the Umber Hulk, there were two doors. The door on the left, which was slightly ajar, the door on the right,
Yeah.
which had the keyhole. The keyholes
Okay.
that are kind of present throughout this space are similar, and they all have the same kind of same keyhole that the silver keys go into. So these are for silver keys specifically, and you've already used your one for the door on the left, I believe. Yeah, you haven't found any others so far.
Well, Scaran, it looks like there might be another passageway back here. These pipes do not look safe to cross easily. I don't know if there's room enough for you to fly across.
There is.
Perhaps you can open it from the other side if there is a lever again.
Yeah, you fly over, and yeah, absolutely. There's a door backside, and there's a lever right next to it. And when you walk over to it and pull it, it opens the door, and a mechanical kind of sound. Inside of this space, when you first fly in, and also as everybody starts to make their way in, you see that there are a number of the same kind of gurneys, kind of like push tables. A couple of them with small tables next to them. Looks like a number of different operations were kind of in process here. But the thing that stands out over the other chambers is that these ones don't look like they're rimed over or frosted, nor do they look like their flesh has shown any sign of putrefaction. The bodies look like they haven't aged a day, so they look like they are very freshly dead. Despite that having signs of dismemberment, they don't show any signs. My wife is what you're commenting on. Was that the? Yeah. They don't show any signs of blood loss either, and the blood doesn't seem to be draining out of the cut portions. The cleric would immediately recognize the semblance of the spell Gentle Repose. It appears that the effects of the spell Gentle Repose are currently on these creatures, despite there being no spellcasters present, and no, to your knowledge, means of making that a permanent mainstay. The artificer, from a distance, will note along the lip of the tables, there are small arcane marks that have been written on the lip there, that seem to denote that these are magical tables, unlike the other tables you've seen.
You said like the body parts are like dismembered.
Yep. And
Yeah.
like all the other bodies, the heads, if they're even present, as you can see with most of them, they are long gone. But the one that does remain does look like its head has been cut open. Unlike the other ones, though, this one's brain is still inside of the skull.
Are the magical markings decipherable in any language that I
Um,
might know?
They look like they are draconic runes, but they don't look like they are specifically for any kind of, like, readable phrases or what have you. It's more just magical jargon that's kind of specific for creating a magical circle. And if you want to explore that further, you can make an Arcana check.
Yeah.
Like guidance her.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wait.
And for those of us who've been playing Baldur's Gate, we just saw that now that our brains probably locked onto big D20.
31.
Yeah.
Bonus roll.
Oh, yeah.
Click yes,
Yeah.
click yes.
Yeah.
So you would know that the symbols that have been drawn out onto this are indeed some sort of permanency magic. And from what you can tell, the magic that's been imbued here is divine. With some assistance from the cleric, you're able to discern that the spell Gentle Repose is in fact placed in a permanent sense on these tables. Anything that's left on the tables is under the effects of the spell Gentle Repose. So it does not degrade.
Gross.
Nice and fresh.
And are we able
So-
to?
Gentle Repose also works for refrigeration, by the way. So yeah, I mean,
Does anyone tell Gil this?
Yeah, Kuyura's like talking about it freely as she's,
Okay.
Looks like there's a permanent gentle repose placed on these surfaces.
So, what happens if the bodies aren't on the table?
Well, then I imagine they will continue to degrade.
so it's not going to be a situation where it's like, oh god, fuck, I hate remembering Mel Gibson movies. What was the name of the movie where Mel Gibson like ages rapidly after being unfrozen from a thing? It's not going to be a situation like that.
I don't know.
Yeah, my brain space is trying to remember the name.
No, I've got a couple different, like, yeah.
You said a Mel Gibson movie, so I probably wouldn't know.
Forever Young. Yeah, again.
Oh,
Yeah, he gets unfrozen and then he starts to get old very fast, or some shit. Anyway, it's not gonna be a situation like that. Gentle Repose keeps it in state. Being pulled off the thing will not age it rapidly or anything. It will still take
Okay.
the normal amount of time for it to degrade once you get it off the table.
Okay, then he won't pull that dude's arm off. Just as, never mind. Okay, anyway.
Trying to
Yes.
strong arm him.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
He's back.
You know what?
Sorry, I had to.
Starting off hot, go ahead and get that inspiration. It wasn't the best one, but you know what?
Hey, I'll take. Can I give it to somebody? Because I have inspiration already.
Sure can. What's that?
Alright. Who wants inspiration?
I already have it.
Oh,
Hero.
come on. Can you close the door?
Does anyone else not have?
He doesn't have inspiration.
I have it. Does
Okay.
Tom will have it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think Tom will use his inspiration.
Well, then Zach has it, I guess.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say I don't have it.
Give it to
Oh,
John.
Oh, John.
Wow.
There you go.
He's
You
like,
have
but I'm
one.
here.
Um,
Are you able to read what the runes say?
so again, it's not so
Or is
much that it is anything that is decipherable or meaningful. It's
Oh, yeah.
magic writing.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And then again, there are side tables that are next to them that look like they have shelves, or not shelves, drawers that would be filled with tools, presumably.
I want to dig around in those.
Great. So if you go through all of them, you'll find a total of 4 healer's kits, 2 torturer's tools,
Oh God, that's a. Oh boy.
let's see, what else was there? There are 2 leatherworker's tools and 2 weaver's tools.
What's the last one?
Weaver's tools for stitching.
Okay.
Um, I do not have proficiency with any of that.
I guess weavers would probably. Let me double check. Hold on. List of tools. D&D 5e. Is there a sewing kit? No, I don't think there is. Yeah, weavers is gonna have to be the one.
We need to homebrew that because
Torture
there should
tools
be a
are
sewing kit.
Torturer's tools are already homebrew.
Yeah.
I mean, you're
You
making
can only homebrew one tool.
one tool,
Ugh.
just the one. So sorry.
Elizabeth, let's revolt.
Revolt. You're saying she's revolting? That's mean. That's a mean thing to say.
No.
From one audience member.
Well, maybe when she wears that mask, but like.
Oh yeah. Evil cosplay is evil.
I think that's
remember.
intentional.
Okay. And since I am lazy, I am going to give control of Tommel to all players. And save changes. Please don't read the bio info and all that nonsense. But if you do get to moving his token around, just keeping him up with everyone there, that'd be great. There's a large pit. So the pit has more churning water. It looks like this is where the mixture that crossed the hallway goes or comes from. And the pipes that you can see there look like where the mixture is being formed. So this pit seems to be where it's all happening. Across the way, on the opposite side, this appears to be some sort of refrigeration unit. You can actually hear kind of a churning sound coming from metallic gears and pistons and what have you. There's a door for this that's right around here. There's no lever mechanism for it, however. It looks like there is a flat panel, which is similar to the flat panel where conglomerate marks need to be placed, like on the outside. So if you'd like to have Tommel cast Prestidigitation again to get through this door, that'd be fine. There is a lever on the other side, though, from what you can see, Queera.
Did Tomo read the magic writing that you said was over here? That
There,
So just one more time on the magic writing, just so we have it settled, because I've explained it.
Okay.
Not your
I'm
fault.
sorry.
It's okay. Everyone's done it besides you, so I just want to make sure it's clear. The writing doesn't say
My turn.
anything important. It
Oh,
is
okay.
just the words that are used to make the magic, and the magic
Oh.
it makes is the gentle repose.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No, it's okay. No problem. I understand. It's fine.
I blanked out because it was magic writing. I was like, I can't do anything with it.
Do we
But
know
then
what
you
it
said
says?
we get control of Tomo, then I was like, oh, well, maybe Tomo can do
I
it.
have the power. But yeah, no, just nothing worth noting. Okay, so Tommel, is everybody okay with me having him cast Prestidigitation to open the freezer door?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, he does so.
What is that?
And inside you can see the freezer space. It mainly appears to be some sort of setup in the wall that you couldn't hear outside of this space, but you would note that seems to be kind of blowing in cold air onto the specifically onto the pipes and canal underneath the grates.
And there's no mechanism to control the,
Nope.
but there is
A
a
lever to get out of
a
here.
lever to open the door. Okay,
You bet. And if you pull it,
I'll pull it.
ta-da, you're back around
Lever.
full circle.
Have we explored this entire area? I think we have, right?
Was there a way to go
I-
down?
Oh, south.
Did we go all the way?
No, I
We
don't
did
think
not.
so. Oh shit, my homunculus. Where'd it go? Oh, there she is. Don't you speak to me or my homunculus ever again.
If you make your way down there, what you'll find is there's a hallway that leads south, and there's a door at the end of the hall on the right side. The door at the end of the hallway on the right side has a keyhole, silver key.
And who do we need to bully to get more keys?
It's probably
How'd you guys get the first key?
right at the door.
Oh,
So you said this is locked with a silver keyhole.
That's correct. And then there looks like there's more to the hallway. Comes to a point where there is a grate set up here and a passageway here. Let me double check my notes here. So this passageway looks like it goes for a very short distance, and it comes to a terminus. At the end of this position, you would see that there is a grate on the floor. The floor grate looks like it's over a very large open just chasm beneath you. Looks like it descends in a chute down about 100 or so feet. And then beyond that, it's kind of dark. But you get a sensation that there's a lot more kind of open space beneath you.
And that's where?
It's not on map, so it's
Oh.
basically just south of this position.
Oh, okay. There's a grate and a hole.
Yep.
Hmm.
Karen,
wait a-
is he over here?
Where'd you go?
I don't see where everybody went.
We went all the way
it's the
south.
south side.
Well, they're coming back around.
I found it.
So there is the ice passageway that you dug out,
Oh, right.
and then there's also the door to the south of the first door that you entered in. Actually, so you have two doors you haven't entered in.
Okay, cool.
Nope. Yes, two doors you haven't entered in. The door to the south of the first door you entered in, which has a keyhole on it, and then this door here, and that's it. So again, that would be here and here.
And then we sent
Tommel.
Tommel through here,
Mm-hmm.
and then he ran into some
Problems.
problems.
Let's call them that.
Kind of,
Do
kind
you
of
wish?
problems.
Do you wish to crawl through? Again, Tommel was able to move without having to retreat. You all can make it through, but you're going to have to kind of get down on your hands and knees and kind of shuffle your way through. If this is the passageway you wish to go, it does seem that that would be the only means of doing so.
Maybe we can thaw it out by turning off this freezer thing over here.
There does not appear to be any mechanism for turning it off. It is literally as it appears. It's a bunch of what appear to be kind of vents. The vents are blowing cold air straight down around the bottom of them and around the ground. You can see that there's rime that's built up over time, and it looks like they are kind of blasting down onto the water that is mixing just here with the substance that's kind of yellowish that's moving from the south up to that water. They're kind of meeting here, mixing and kind of spilling into this and up this way. Make sense?
Water comes from this way or
Mhm.
from this way?
Yep. And also water comes from this way and from this way. Basically, it moves from east to west in this map.
Did we figure out what the non-water fluid was?
No.
Mm,
It kind of has a yellow-greenish coloration to it, and it smells foul.
Can we try to determine what it is?
You can. Go ahead and make an Arcana check.
oh.
Oh. Okay.
Oh no.
No,
Can
I got.
Can I use my inspiration?
Yeah. More than welcome to.
30.
Okay. 30. So it appears that this is what is known as Orvo. It does not appear to be a very pure version of Orvo, but Orvo is a runoff that is created when magical generation of vitae, or basically artificial blood, or artificial life force, rather, is created. Orvo, in a more potent sense, not this sense, would be very dampening when it comes to magic. Just a small amount could create the same effects of an anti-magic field.
Or no, it was Orvo.
So
So through the frozen hallway.
I can't think of another. Okay, one more. So one more. I'm sorry. I have another more question. So
I'm here.
these vents are blowing cold air down.
Onto the canal, yeah.
And as far as we can tell so far, this is the only source of like cold air.
Yeah,
There haven't been any other vents like these.
correct.
You want to just attack them?
Kinda. Just walk into this fucking creepy
Do we see anything like through the vents? Is there anything there?
Um, it appears to be some sort of mechanism, but it's hard to kind of decipher anything other than just kind of metal plates that seem to be kind of vibrating slightly behind the vents. A number of other slits behind the bars. It just looks like it's kind of alien to you. It's not really something that even the artificer seems to rock. It's kind of confusing metallic nonsenses. For us, it looks like the interior of an air conditioner.
All right. Yeah. Let's
Okay.
let's smash it.
All right, just tell me what you're doing.
Yeah. Always down for the good old property damage.
How we doing? All right.
Yeah.
So, what I need you to do is go ahead and change your glaze condition 2 steps down. So it
Oh
goes from
no.
normal to fine to pour. As you shove the glaive in and attack it, you can hear your weapon basically being kind of just
Huh.
crushed by the interior. Once you pull it free, it does seem like the one you pull it free from is now smoking, but the cold air's consistency doesn't change. In fact, it actually starts to shoot a jet of kind of cold liquid down at your feet, and it starts to cause that area to rime up even faster and form ice in that corner.
Well,
Huh.
Ugh.
that was
Uh,
unexpected.
okay.
Queera, as the process begins, you also notice that as it continues, the ice consistency that it starts to build up with the haste of it does have a similar consistency to the hallway filled with ice.
Okay. What does that mean?
So the ice that's now building up, it's not building up super fast. It's not like
Yeah.
crossing over. But you think that if you were to leave this going for a little while the way it is, which
It would fill up.
it would fill up this room with ice, with snowy ice, like the hallway. You understand what I'm saying now?
Kind of.
Johnny seems to have an idea. Feel free to elucidate.
Johnny?
Oh, I'm just seeing, like, you saw something over here, right? This area, or like, we have this place to go to. We didn't go through a door, right?
No.
Here.
Yeah.
Right. But we don't have a key to get in there.
You've gone through this door, and on the other side of this door was a massive wall of like snow-like ice, and then someone put a flaming sphere through it. I believe that was you, actually, Johnny. So make sure your
Oh, yeah.
second level spell slots are down by 1. But when it burns a hole through it, it was big enough for Tommel to walk through and others to crawl through, and it's maintained its burrowed out state. It hasn't changed, yeah, the amount of snow-like ice that was in that chamber, and the consistency of that snow-like ice that was in that chamber is similar to the snow-like ice that's now being created near the broken refrigeration unit that you just broke.
Okay. Go through there.
So would that mean that there's others of those machines that are leaking?
Probably.
Could be.
He's got some sort of point he wants us to get, and we're just
That's a sound.
I know.
That
I
is-
just
know.
not.
I will say this, Magpie. That is a sound assumption. The one you just made. Very sound. Canadian whiskey brought to me from Canada.
Oh,
Product placement.
Oh, no, I just had a Canadian over, and so I'm just benefiting.
Kenny Brad Boo.
I have a can of maple syrup.
Oh my god. That's like the quintessential, like, I went to Canada, here's some syrup. thing. I feel like that's a
Hold on,
thing.
I'll find you a picture of it. I apparently could just buy it online.
Well,
But-
maybe you'll get addicted.
But this one's from real Canada, so
Touch Canadian hands.
that's just glorious. Let's see if I can show it for the viewers at home. Oh wait, no, that was wrong. Let's try that here. So it's like I can't believe this is actually working. It's a can of maple syrup.
How do you?
What is happening?
We are upgrading the streams, folks.
Oh,
We got powers. Anywho,
I feel like Zach would know what to do.
so right?
Yeah.
he is a smart boy. Too bad he is busy,
Really?
I believe,
We have, like,
with work.
One brain cell.
And it's his.
I feel, yeah. I feel like I definitely don't have it tonight.
It isn't. Well, I'll be honest. It was never.
God damn it, John.
It was never Gil.
That's
That is a
valid.
fucking fact.
I just want to make sure that is stressed out.
The beautiful,
importantly.
beautiful boy, okay?
More than fair.
Man, he is gorgeous.
Indeed. As mentioned, the passageway beyond the door with the snow is still open. And there's still a hole to crawl through, and you were told that on the other side are Kuatoa, so you'd be aware of what you're going into. But again,
Alright.
those are the only options we seem to have available to us, unless you want to rip open that floor over the crevasse and descend into darkness.
Or guys, we can leave.
That's an option too. You
Wait,
do not-
can we? I thought it locked behind us.
Oh yeah.
Tomo has a ticket. Doesn't he have a ticket? He's just got to put it back in and we can leave?
Oh yeah, he did. He gets the spell book back and you can exit.
I want to leave. It's just some Kuatoa.
Let's do it.
You're gonna leave without all the juicy treasure?
Yeah,
No.
exactly.
We've made it this far and all we got was
Okay,
some
it's
great-
Dungeons and Dragons, not Leave and Dragons.
we had a dragon last time. So.
We had a dragon last time. This time we have dungeons.
Right.
Oh
Okay.
man, I missed the dragon.
You did. Okay, so we're
Sorry.
crawling through. Who's going first?
I'm going through.
Okay.
Oh, behind.
What?
Yeah, I want to get in there.
Oh man. Hold on. Having issues with the lighting. Bear with.
Is the hole even still there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I'm just gonna stack them. I already have a Tommel. Gil.
Asio's homunculus.
Kira.
Oh, I forgot about it.
Well, do you want to pocket it since you're crawling through?
Yeah.
Okay. Because, I mean, again, you know you're going to be waltzing into a fight here, so. Unless you plan on
Wait, huh?
that homunculus here. Okay, so you're all kind of just blocked in the same spot. If you want your homunculus, you can drag and drop it on it. It's fine.
Okay.
But once you kind of come through, you would note that there is a door to your right that is slightly ajar. There are sounds of picks hitting against ice, and there's some conversation that's happening between what sound like creatures talking in a very different and kind of like bubbly language. Language, I guess, is the best way to kind of track that. They just sound watery. It sounds like it's Aquan.
That's
not-
really cute.
But not full on Aquan, which means that I don't think the Sea Elf understands what's going on text wise. There's some similar sounds, it's just different. You also see, and this is something that Tommel, being short and not really jumping out there, sees, is there's another one of these metal tables kind of in a small alcove, and laying out on it appears to be a construct. Construct in question has a simple head that appears to be nothing more than kind of a cylinder with a rounded top, and a single ocular system. Um, its chest is kind of rounded. Um, it looks like it's probably big enough to hold a brain in it. Um, and it looks like the hole on the front is probably big enough to receive a brain into it. It has its lid open. It almost looks like a small little washer, and the door is kind of open. Like the side door washers, like a laundromat.
And that's these things.
Yep.
And they don't look like anything we've seen so far.
Yep. That's correct.
Whatever this is, I don't like it.
Yeah, there's fish people up there.
All right. As you move closer to it, you'll note that sitting next to the construct, laying on the table next to its head, there does appear to be a brain, kind of just sitting in its own puddle. It is augmented, similar to the one that you found in the travel case. It has wiring all throughout it, but it also looks like something's bitten a good portion out of it. You also see that there's kind of a chewed up muck of brain on the ground next to it, as if something spit it out.
This seems very illegal to me.
As you say that, I need everyone to reactively go ahead and make a stealth check with disadvantage.
I already had disadvantage anyway.
Great. You don't get double disadvantage, just good old fashioned regular disadvantage.
Okay. Oh wow.
Alright. So, Cleara, you're able to realize that the creature that's kind of back towards the wall here, which you can kind of see a little bit of, spins around, and its big fish-like head kind of turns to look at you. You can see that in one hand it appears to be carrying a very strange-looking staff. At the top of the staff is, you know those little grabby claws that you kind of like reach stuff at a distance?
grabbies?
Yes.
It's like one of those, but instead of just being kind of like, soft, kind of catchy things, it's like claws. He's holding that in one hand, and as he kind of turns to look at you, he reaches for his belt and grabs what appears to be like a butcher's, like a meat hook on a rope, and then starts saying something in his weird language. Everybody go ahead and roll initiative.
Wait, these are fish people.
Takuatoa, I'll get a picture for you.
And
They're cool. That's cool. Fish are awesome.
I mean, you say that now.
No. True.
Post.
Oh my gosh.
That's what this one looks like.
He's cool looking. Or she. Today.
All right.
it depends on the fish species.
Everybody rolled,
Opa.
right?
Oh, who's playing Tommel? Is anybody gonna be Tommel?
Mm-mm.
If nobody opts for it, Gijo's stuck with it.
I got it.
Oh,
Okay.
Hey John, can I ask you? Do I need to do anything to my page to change my weapon to 4? Do I just?
On the listing in your inventory, just in parentheses, put next to the name of it, parentheses 4. It won't change anything about it. It just means it's one step closer to, or 2 steps closer in that instance, to breaking.
Okay, I thought I was supposed to like change the modifier Lord because it's 4 now.
No. That, I think, was just one thing that you were fighting that was kind of causing the weapon to degrade in a magical sense.
Okay.
Everybody's on the board, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. I need to roll for
Almost.
Amo.
You had your token selected. No, you didn't. Perfect.
I did.
You nailed it perfectly. All right, Sarah, you're first. Oh wait, where are my guys? Why aren't they on the board? That's weird. Now they are. Descending.
Guess I don't get a turn.
Descending. Okay, perfect. Sarah, you're first.
What's happening right now?
Zara can't see them, so she's just going down.
Yeah, let's go ahead and say, for all intents and purposes, since everyone's kind of being caught off guard, we'll say that during this first round, it'll just be Queera and Gil, who will be kind of cognizant that there's something there. And real quick, Gil, Sara's murder mentality might not activate immediately, but Kuatoa are not a species that are to be trifled with. Now, when I say that they are very much known for being raiders and defilers of sea elf and triton culture, it's very much the case that they are warring cultures, like a lot. So the deeper that the elves go into the basins of the sea, the more likely they are to run afoul of Kuatoa. And there's never really been an instance where Kuatoa are not self-serving and wanting everyone that they meet to become servants, unwilling servants, mind you, of their whatever god they chose to worship today. Kuatoa real quick, Kuatoa religion is very bonkers.
Fluid.
They find something, and then when they all kind of collectively start worshiping it, or like, convince other people to worship the thing they're worshiping, so that it starts to get worshipped more. That thing actually starts to gain power because the Kuatoa's faith, white winds, bleed into it and create this avatar of divinity that they make up in their mind. So it's very much a thing that they imbue with strength.
Wow.
It's
Wow,
nuts.
that's crazy.
Yep. Yes, they are.
Yep.
Sounds like an episode of Supernatural.
Right?
Hmm.
So,
So I got to get on their good side.
Sarah, surprise, skill, you're up. And again, if you don't want to play like a character who has like special hatred, you can certainly try to communicate with them. That's perfectly fine. I'm not opposed to it, but I will tell you.
I don't. Yeah.
I am going to
Guilds.
fight you with them.
Yeah.
They kind of have a very strange, like, white wind sickness in their heads that makes them very.
Yeah. So he is probably a tiny bit racist against these fuckers.
A little bigotry. It's Dungeons and
Midge.
Dragons. I mean,
Smidge.
don't. Sorry.
Um.
Sorry. No, it's not okay. But Kuatoa are insane. Like, it's not. They wrote it into it. Oh my god, this feels weird. I'm done. Go ahead. Murder me.
Yeah.
The monster. It's monster time. Kill the monsters.
All right. So, dreadful strike I can use on ranged attacks, right?
Yes.
Like with a okay. Cool. So he's gonna shoot the far one is the one with the weird meat hook, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
The only
he's
one
gonna
you see
shoot
so
it.
far, yeah.
Well,
Yep.
I can kind of see whatever that is.
Yeah, he'll have cover if you stay in that position. If you want to move up, you can certainly do that.
All right. Move up to there. Well, that one's even prettier. Okay. Yeah, he's still gonna shoot at this guy.
That makes sense.
Would I know the difference between these two, or is it just one looks like a lionfish and the other one looks like Mr. Limpet?
So, because your knowledge, being a sea elf, go ahead and make a just an intelligence check. History, if you have it, I guess.
Hit what?
History, if you have it, or intelligence straight. So, with a 19, the creature that's currently in front of you that is holding the strange stick is a creature that is known in Kuoto society as a monitor. Monitors have the cool stick that they are currently wielding, which is, not exactly the greatest device because of its purpose. The purpose is used as a demonstration of pain to progress superiority for a monitor. Monitors act as servants of a Kuotoa priest or archpriest, and basically those who fall out of line suffer the wrath of the grasp. The smaller creatures are just generic kind of Kuotoa folk. They don't look like they have any kind of weaponry other than the pickaxes at hand, their teeth and their claws, and they look like they are being kind of worked to kind of clear the ice in this chamber. In fact, as you move upon them, the only one that seems to have been alerted to your presence is the monitor. The other ones are at work.
Okay. So he's gonna shoot the monitor then.
Okay.
There it is.
As the arrow comes flying towards it, kind of raises its weapons in front of it, blocking the arrow.
Then I get.
Second shot.
Yeah. Hold on. Spelling out. Okay.
That'll hit. Alright. As it hits him, you can see the pain kind of rack in his head as the psychic power flows through him. He drops his hook for a second. It kind of dangles on the ground. The cord still wrapped around his wrist. And he kind of points at you with the claw and starts yelling something out in the Kuotoan language, kind of directly at you. You recognize one of the words he uses because it translates into Aquan and also a bit into Elvish as well, which is strange enough for the Kuotoa language. But basically, he called you a number of slurs, which have nothing to do with anything at all. But the slurs are basically kind of running the gamut in filth. Yep. Just imagine the worst thing that could be said about a person or to a person in their face. He did that in Kuotoan.
All right.
There were all different letter words that were kind of used throughout that. All right. Gil done? Or anything else? Done then?
No, I'm good.
Tommel.
I'm a little surprised, right?
Will be surprised. Correct. Scarin also. Cindrix also. Cleara.
Okay. Oh, God. Okay. I guess I will use my bonus action to activate my defensive shield. And then I will use my action to cast Fairy Fire. I think I can get 2 of them in there.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
Second.
I can get them all. Well, all 3 that I can see.
Yeah. All right. The monitor does not seem to care as the fairy fire kind of falls over him, and you expect him to be ignited with the fey magic. That is inaccurate. He is not caught in the effect. The other 3, however, do start to glow whatever color is your pleasure. Purple?
Purple.
Okay. And they kind of like looking at their hands confused
Aww.
as the monitor just is still pointing at you, yelling curses. Alright, it goes to him. His friends are surprised as well. He is not. He is going to throw his hook straight out at Gil. 18 to hit. Miss. So you manage to take it to the chest. Kind of bounces off of your new armor, and he kind of quickly recoils the hook back to him. Once that happens, and as it's kind of coming towards him, you see his chompers kind of slam shut, and his eyes become very narrow slits, very much focused on the sea elf, and his body drops down in a predatory fashion. His little fish feet flop on the ground with kind of like wet, kind of slick movements, and he charges straight into the fray with that claw. I'm gonna go ahead and okay, buddy, I get it. Cool. He is going to attack with it. 17 misses, and last but not least, in anger, as you kind of like raise your bow to kind of catch and collect the claw, move it to the side, he kind of just snaps at you forward with his face and bites you on the shoulder. It does succeed on a 21 to hit for 5 piercing damage. Alright. Sarah, having seen the start of the combat and now seeing the actual collision of Monitor, Kuatoa, and Gil, you are in the fray.
Alright. I want to move to here. I want to rage. And attack.
Okay. That'll hit. Okay. He is not bloodied, by the way. As you come in and kind of slash him in the side, he seems to be very resilient at holding his composure here. Second attack.
Oh, I can't rage was extra. Oh, I'm sorry. I get 2 decks. I apologize.
We're 5th level, yeah. That'll hit as well. Alright. He is still not bloodied as you cut into him. And just kind of turns his ire just for a second towards you. Seems to be very kind of focused on Gil at this moment. And speaking of Gil, it is your turn.
Hell yeah. Alright. So he's not like grappled or anything, right? Like when he got bit, like there's no extra, like he can move.
What?
When he got bit, was there any like extra effect that wouldn't allow him to move?
No. It was more just kind of like a cleave against the arm, and kind of
Okay.
a quick tear.
Okay.
You kind of felt the needles of his sharp teeth kind of pierce skin a little bit, not deeply, and then kind of rake and pull as he kind of tore his like teeth away. It does look like
Okay.
most of it was kind of connected with armor, so a couple of his teeth actually knocked out because of that.
Alright. So he kind of used momentum to move back, and like he would drop his bow.
In response, he's going to make an opportunity attack.
Can I warding flare that?
You can.
Yeah, since I'm 6th level here, I could do that. Now.
All right. So
I'm gonna do that.
You did avoid the crit, but it's still a hit. Yeah. So
Hey, avoided the crit at
good
least.
success there. So you will take. It's not going to be a lot, because it's just the regular damage. It's going to be 5 damage. 3 of that is from piercing damage. 2 of that is from lightning damage. As it slams into you and slams shut, it sparks on you, and your movement is reduced to 0. Additionally, you cannot take reactions until the end of his next turn. So you are here. And you are grappled.
Fuck.
Fiddles.
Like
No.
A whole bunch of shit. Just stack it on. You can't do reactions. You can't. Your movement's 0 because of grapple. All right, Gil.
Can I
done?
pull out a weapon or like
yeah.
what?
So as you're kind of like moving, you've got the bow. You were shifting away to shoot him, and now that you can't, you kind of put the bow away, or drop it, and then can draw. We were just having this conversation in playtest. You drop the bow, you draw your sword,
Yep.
or trident.
Well, if he can't move,
Yep. Trident o'clock.
okay. We okay, yeah, tried it. Yep.
And your
Okay.
bow's on the
Sorry.
ground right near you, so no big deal.
Yeah. Am I able to attack?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hit. All right.
Yeah.
So as it kind of grabs a hold of you, you can hear its kind of like ah voice from behind you, and as it's dragging you back, you can hear the like hot breath kind of slamming. You can hear it slamming against your ear, and as you kind of reel in its grasp, you draw the trident after dropping the bow, kind of lance it. So the two of you are kind of holding these shafted weapons across from one another, and you kind of impale him in the chest, and he starts to bleed pretty heavily from it. Kind of looking down, not happy with the turnabout here. You have a second attack though. Stab again.
Hell yeah.
Yep, that'll work. Okay, and applying the psychic damage on this one. So as you kind of like lock that into him, you kind of give him like a look and twist the blade and pull it to the side, kind of renting it free in a kind of a popping sound. Blood starts to rush from him more freely. He does not look happy at all. All right, Gil done. Tommel up.
Okay, Tomo will pop over here and will firebolt at the one that's further south,
Okay,
but that's still in the back.
gotcha.
Uh, 17,
Hits.
14 fire. Oh shit.
Ooh.
So yeah, it hits him very heavily in the back as he was kind of like confused and not sure what to do, holding a pickaxe. As it blasts into him, you watch it bore a hole right through him, and the fish's head kind of cock upwards, and the whole body kind of fall to the ground with kind of a searing sound, like someone threw a fish on the Barbie. Yep, that's an action. Any other move? Back into the hole. All right, Scarin, you're up. Moving out. And if you're talking, John, you're muted.
Muted, unmutes, kind of tries to see what's going on. How tall are the ceilings?
So it's weird.
Okay.
There are portions. It's not bad. You can fly over the combat. I would say it's about 20 feet high in the area that you're in. But as they get into the space behind them, which would be kind of like starting here,
Okay.
there's very low kind of areas where there's still ice kind of hanging from the ceiling. In fact, it looks like that at any point, like it could possibly fall or be disrupted. So you're not sure if you want to beat your wings around it.
Right. Let's see. I move 15. Can I move here?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right. That's what I wanted to see.
Yeah, it doesn't get problematic until you pass the monitor, kind of north of him.
Okay.
That Canadian whiskey.
I will do.
A flip.
Kickflip
Oh,
into a flaming sphere.
nice. Yeah, you should be able to pull it. I think it's. Did I make
Yep.
it? Okay, thank God. I was about to kick
Yes,
my
you
old
did.
past self's ass so hard. I was
No,
like,
trust
"You
me.
son of-
We've done it so far.
Yeah, you son of a bitch. What are you doing? Make the goddamn templates, please. Okay. This one's very dead, but yeah, this area from your position, you could see if you wanted to put it here. Okay. And perfect. You already click the spell? Oh, yeah. Show description.
Yep.
Let's see. The creature takes 2d6 fire damage. Any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet, so they won't take damage immediately.
Right. I'd have to hit it with it, and it
Correct.
joins the.
And you can do so, I believe, as a bonus action. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So you can
Which I
actually
was-
thrust it. So do you want to do the one up front?
Right.
Or, okay.
Yeah. I was gonna ram the. Yep.
Okay, so then it forces him to make a deck save. And I'm going to give him disadvantage because he's still technically surprised he hasn't had an initiative turn yet. And he's going to fail the shit out of that. And I think that rolled out open, did it not? Yep, sure did.
You did.
Alright, cool. So he'll take all 5 points of that damage.
And then once they start their next turn in it.
No, it doesn't do it start, it only at end.
Oh, it doesn't? Yeah, right.
Yep, just ram. Okay, Scaring, anything else? Good? Okay. Cindrix, you're up.
Alright. Gonna go here.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna attempt to suck the moisture from the fish with the inflict wounds.
Okay. 13.
Can I give myself inspiration?
You can use your inspiration, yeah.
Yeah.
28 will hit.
Good. Woo! Game.
Alright. So,
Got it.
for flavor's sake, I need Sarah, Gil, Scarin, and Quira to go ahead and just make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, God.
Uh-oh.
This is just flavor's sake. There's not going to be a real penalty here.
Uh,
And you can willingly fail it if you want.
I want to willingly fail
Sorry.
it.
I appreciate that out of you. Just need Scarin.
Yep. I'm doing that right
I
now.
will also fail it.
You already did.
hey.
Yeah!
So does Scarin. So, made of sterner stuff, the Storm Herald doesn't seem to be as affected by this. But as Cindrix reaches forward, you can see the kind of waves of shadow emanating on his hand, and he grasps the monitor by the arm as it's kind of locked in its kind of duel with the sea elf. As he grabs a hold of it, you watch as his hand kind of presses in so much to the point he seems to be grasping something much, much thinner than the arm. Like everything he touched just shrunk underneath his grasp. And you start to see why that's the case, as the entire arm seems to shrivel, like someone was literally like pouring water out of a bag, and the bag was being emptied of its fluids. And you watch as the face kind of shrinks inwards, the teeth kind of pop out of its mouth, and its eyes literally fall out of its sockets as this creature is basically forced to have no longer have any of its living fluids inside of it, as the necromancy just kind of boils it all inside of him, to the point where he's nothing more than a husk of kind of floppy flesh in your grasp. What happens to those of you who failed is there's like a you managed to
Yeah,
not throw
no,
it up.
like Gil's like skittering on one leg to the side, just like.
There's definitely a bile-y feel in the back of your throat, like as this fish man basically decompresses in front of you.
This fish man is cooked.
He
Need more than that.
Yeah.
Cindrix done. Quira up.
Cindrix, you never fail to surprise. Okay.
Thank you.
Make it up to
Sad
here. Oh
look-
shit!
Sad look kind of like a little bit of a. Ooh.
Yeah, like a. Okay, so I'm just use my move.
Ugh, it didn't get on my shoes, did it?
Now I'm
Oh.
gonna use my
Did
action.
it get on my bow?
No. Nothing came out.
Mm.
Nothing came out of him.
Okay.
Basically,
Okay, I'm
Go ahead.
gonna firebolt this guy.
Okay.
15,
You
Oh,
have
shit.
advantage.
6,
Alright.
and then I'm gonna use my bonus to have my homunculus move. If I can make it all the way over there. Yeah. And then it's going to force strike. Does a 18 hit? Yes.
Yeah.
5 force. That's total 11 total.
So, standing in the heat of the fire, kind of turning around still in the midst of this process, like holding a pickaxe in one hand and looking, just confused, sees this tiefling lady rush in and laser beams being shot out of a small little goat-like, thing. Very much confused. We're gonna assume your turn's done. Is that right?
That's my turn.
Yeah. They kind of look at you like absolutely in fear. I'm gonna go ahead and make wisdom saving throws real quick to see if any of them actually become the monitor, at least mentally. Okay, so these two are absolutely frightened of you, and so this one is going to tuck into this corner and basically just shuffle itself into like a ball and start kind of like crying in the corner. This one here is going to like run to here, and then run to here, and then get to here, and then realize that there are more people behind you. Then take the dash action to go back to where they started, and it's just like the whole time. This one here is like kind of pointing at them, yelling, and then picks up what appears to be a spear, and then the other hand picks up a net, which looks like as he's kind of picking up the net, it kind of shuffles free some loose rocks that they had put into the net to like carry away. He will go like so, and once he gets there, he's going to throw a net at you. The pro gamer move, 21 will hit. You take no damage, and you are covered in a net. As long as you are covered in the net, you are restrained. As long as you're restrained, you can take an action to make a DC 10 strength check to free yourself from the net, or you can attempt to deal 5 points of slashing damage only to cut the net open. AC on the net is 10, and you can free yourself, or someone can cut you free of the net just by attacking the net. And that is his turn. And someone roll me a D100.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay. Nothing happens. With Kuatoa, I typically, if their leader dies and one of them actually musters, just for my own kind of headcanon, there's a chance that their god will imbue with them with some power. So if you roll a D100 on that roll, which has never happened, mind you, I just changed their token with the monitor, so it becomes harder. Sorry, you're up.
Okay, I wanna move over here. I don't see anything in this space. It's still all black to me.
Oh God, do we have light?
We always have some sort of light.
Who is our light source?
Is it Tomo?
We'll assume that they
Is
cast
it- I
it on
cast-
Sarah, since we're.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's always the better choice.
Go nuts.
So I moved 5, 10. I can't share the space with the homunculus, right? Even though it's in the air.
No. So since they didn't say how high up it is, yeah. I'm gonna
Yeah,
say that.
it's not flying in the high in the air.
Okay. Here. This one directly to the rightish of me, that's like 10 away. He's the one who threw the net, right?
Yeah, this is the only guy the one who's not fairy fired is the only one who's really in the fight. The other ones you can tell are not. One has their hand kind of over their head, kind of screaming, and the other one's kind of trying to get into the fetal position while standing in a
Oh
corner.
my god.
And I.
You can do whatever you like. We've got a total of what? 5, 10, 15, 20. You still have 10 feet of movement. You raging?
I'm still raging, yeah. But
okay.
I wanted to do. You can choose.
Well, so no, yeah, it's going to be the one that you've selected. I know I planted a bad memory there. You're currently in C status, or are you still in?
No, I'm in C, but I thought I
You don't choose
did
when
a
you rage.
thing.
Yeah, you just do the one. So C elf or C storm aura is the. It should be on your listing, but if not, here, let me double check.
Oh, you know what? Never mind. Just ignore. I even hit that. I forgot. I gain resistance to lightning, and I can swim in the water. I don't
Uh,
know why. I thought I
That's for
had.
Storm Soul. So for the
Yeah.
Storm Aura, when it's activated, you choose one creature other than yourself that you can see that's within your aura, which we actually haven't put on your token. So let's go ahead and determine its size. The aura
It's
extends 10
10.
feet. So then we are going to go ahead and make you an aura. You have. What color would you like it to be?
Blue.
Like a light blue?
Yeah.
Alright. And we'll click on C. SEE so we can see it, not SEA. I can get where that can be confusing. So whoosh, see aura. And then you can target one creature that's within the aura as a bonus action since you're already enraged. And they have to
Yeah.
make a dexterity saving throw DC equal to the DC modifier. 8 plus prof plus con modifier for you. Which is +3 for the prof. What's your con modifier?
1 second. Apologies.
No worries.
3.
Okay, so we're looking at a total of 14. And if they fail, which they probably will, they only have 10 decks. Yep, they failed real hard. So you will roll 1d6, I believe it was. Don't check my reading. Sea Soul. D6 lightning damage on a failed save. Half as much on a. This will increase to 2d6 at 10th level. Okay, so roll a d6. Buzz Zap, they take 4. They immediately change their attention from Quira, who's kind of like, oh, fucking what? in a net. It kind of looks over at you like, ah! And lightning pops from you. You still have 10 feet of movement, so if you want to advance and use your action to beat the shit out of them, you can.
But I don't have to advance, right? Because I have glaive. I had 10
Oh,
feet of
shit,
reach.
yeah, that's right. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's
So
been a
I could
couple
just
weeks. Swing
swing.
away. Whoosh hit. And still alive, but bloodied. That's going to miss.
Uh-oh.
Unless.
I'll use my inspiration.
Yeah, because a failure on that would have dropped it down to the next poor condition. Alright, that'll kill it. As you kind of slash through, you kind of have this momentary pop of like, oh no, this is bad. If I overswing, I'm going to hit this pillar and it's going to break my glaive. So you drop it down and they kind of spin it back around. And you actually watch as the blade kind of catches them in the shins. And as you bring it through again, it pops through their face, kind of cleaving the snoot of the fish clean off.
You booped the snoot!
Booped the snoot. Blood starts to kind of fly out of its everything facially, and it drops to the ground dead.
It's everything.
And Sarah,
These fish.
would you like to move at all anymore, or are you good?
I'll stay here.
Okay, Gil, you're up.
Alright.
Now I'm going to do a really nasty description text here in a second. This is going to be great. You heading forward?
Yeah.
Okay, so as you make your way forward, you don't really have much of a choice but to kind of step over and onto the Kuatoa husk. And have you ever like reached into like a bag of pork rinds and like kind of like, you know, pulled one out and like that first bite, kind of like that crunch, you know, there's like a crunch to pork
It
rinds.
like sticks to your mouth.
Yeah. That's on your foot. It's like walking through. It's like walking through a single
Through a bag of Cheetos.
Kuatoa, like a fish pork rind, a fish rind.
Ugh.
I don't know if they make it. Oh,
Yeah, he just kind of
That's-
looks back at Cindrix, just like,
what the fuck is wrong with you?
It's gonna give him a
weird man.
give him a small smile.
Yeah,
Thumbs up.
They do have fish jerkies, I know for sure, because I've had squid jerky, and that shit's great. It's so good. Anyway,
Alright.
focus back up.
So, I think that's as far as I can really get.
Okay, so standing next to the flaming sphere, you want to go ahead and
Wait,
shoot.
what?
So this is a flaming sphere.
Yeah.
You're not in it though. You're fine.
Okay, I was like, wait a minute.
No. Not next to it. Do you want to shoot either of the two cowering Kuatoa?
Yeah, I would have picked up my
Bow. That's fine.
bow. Yeah, we'll do. Well, they're cowering.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Can I use my reaction to like hold my hand up?
You just
And be
do a
like-
free action. Yeah, that's fine.
Can I use it as a free action?
I think you would actually probably try and get the net off of Queera.
Okay. So then you pick up your bow, you run over that way. You're holding your bow in one hand, you're holding your trident in the other hand. You're realizing you have no slashing weaponry. So you can attempt to use your action to remove the net. Go ahead and make a strength check.
I mean, I have a whip.
It's not going to help at all in this situation. Like, what are you going to do?
It's a
Whip
slashing
your-
weapon.
Yeah. Oh, it is, isn't it?
No.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, I'll allow it. Go ahead and make a whip attack. Well,
Let's
hold
see
on.
what happens.
Hold on.
I want to see
Hold
what
on.
happens.
There's so many weapons that are going on right now. So you pick up the bow, you're holding a trident, you rush over there. Your item interaction was picking up the bow, which was fine. Just roll a strength check. This is weird.
You're just gonna like tear it off.
And this is what
All
I'm
right.
arguing about my playtest channel. I just don't want. Yeah, you. Well, it's a save. You have
Oh.
proficiency in it, so that 11 is actually not an 11. It's a -3, so it would be a 9, 8. So that's a failure.
What if I?
Spend your inspiration. I love this. This is great.
No. Sorry,
it's okay.
Queera.
No,
I'm not
it's okay.
spending inspiration
Yeah.
to
So-
pull a net
No,
off
no.
of you.
So got all this shit. So Gil's got all
He's
this
just
shit.
like, "Run!"
And so before he looks at you, he looks over at the things like, oh, that feels bad, and then like puts the trident under his arm and is kind of like shifting the bow to hold it here, and then he's got like when you're carrying groceries in, he's like
Yeah.
he's
I was
trying to
about to
grab
say,
that other bag, and it's like,
Honey, just put the groceries down.
And Queer's like, what is happening? Tommel.
Oh,
This is my team.
Tommel, is
I
gonna
miss
dodge.
it so much.
For real though.
Scaring.
Oh,
Sorry. Flaming Spear smashed into one of the cowering ones.
oh my
Because
yeah, we'll do this one.
the one on the left side looks like it's perfect. Go ahead and
Oh no,
roll
they're
damage.
cowering.
The cow.
What
What did you want me to roll? I'm sorry.
when our
Damage.
spears merge?
No.
My
Don't-
brain just went so many places. I'm so confused.
Wait, it's a Venn diagram of storm and fire. So,
That's pretty cool.
in actuality, what happens here is as the flaming sphere is directed by Scarin to the side, it kind of just shuffles like like a bowling ball, smashing into the one. It hits him on the side. He kind of flies sideways, hits the wall. Kind of a sickening pop that kind of whiplashes his head against it, and he falls to the ground on fire. He doesn't seem to get up from the force of the blow and just lays there kind of slowly marinating or like burning, kind of like roasting on the fire there. Alright, Scaring, good turn. Anything else?
I was gonna pop over here and
You
then
still have an action if you want to.
Thorn Whip the other one.
Yeah, that'll hit. Go ahead and roll damage. Alright, so it's kind of like, and then
And then
God.
Scarin went full cop today.
as you pull, it doesn't pull the
Park
it doesn't-
Ranger.
the thorn whip doesn't pull with it. It seems like it doesn't have a lot of connective like material to hold onto to drag him to you. So instead, what
Oh, no.
happens is it kind of like pulls off of him like a bike chain. It kind of like just tears across his throat, and there's
Oh
just
my.
fish materia and blood just kind of like shooting out, scales, everything. It's just discussing. Good job.
Does it count the
sir.
3 of us?
No. It's over in his corner.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
All right. Perfection. Removing all
Why
turns.
did you seem so excited about that?
Do we get covered in
know.
viscera?
Oh, yeah.
I just thought it'd be funny. I don't know.
Oh.
it would be kind of funny.
I have to go back and find that face. That looked hilarious just then. Use it for all my thumbnails. Okay. So all the Kuatawa lie dead at your feet as you kind of maneuver into the space. You see that there are a number of these tables. It looks like only one of them had its case opened, but all of the other ones' cases are closed, and they have containers, or they have something in their containment. It looks like there's a briny fluid, and floating inside of that briny fluid, kind of locked inside of the center core, is a single brain. And that's for every single one of them, with the exception of this one, which is broken, not fully constructed yet. And then this one looks like it is open, ready to receive a brain.
I want to dig around in his pockets.
The Kuatoa?
The boss.
Sure.
This one.
So he has a couple of items of note. He has the meat hook, which is basically just a grappling hook, but you can use it as a thrown weapon if you want.
No.
You won't be able to do the cool trick that he was going to do, but that's fine. He also has the weird claw claw device, which allows you to commit to a grapple after, or commit to a grapple with it, and if you do succeed, you do a d4 damage. The lightning pop was something that he activated from himself, his powers. And then he has a flat piece of metal, which looks like it's similar in nature to the tables, but this appears to have like very crudely etched onto its surface a symbol. The symbol in question is twofold. First, it looks like a crude representation of the claw, the monitor claw, and then above that is a eye with 4 legs descending from it, kind of serpentine top to it, and 2 small little pincer claws. I will try and find my handout for that. After several weeks of not knowing where it is, I will, of course, find it in very short order. Of course, I'm I'm an adult. But that's it. That's all he has. No other treasure.
He
Okay.
really didn't have anything I wanted.
No, yeah, no.
Syndrix.
Yes.
This symbol, knowing that the Kotoa are so fervent, I assume it's religious. Does this strike any memory for you?
So as we discussed for
But-
Kuatoa religion, they kind of just make up their own shit.
Oh.
But go ahead and make a religion check.
Okay.
It's alright. It's actually
Can I help? I have it trained.
yeah. So you have advantage on your roll as you're basically doing a powwow, discussing kind of like what.
Can I guidance too?
Well, yeah. You can guidance yourself, I guess. That'd be fine.
Okay.
You're basically coming together and kind of like meeting of the mind situation.
Yeah.
Where you're kind of like.
What is this bullshit? Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Fuck is this? What do we get?
That is
16.
so 16.
Okay, not bad. So it definitely bears striking resemblance to a symbol known as the aberrant mark of the spider from the mists. You don't know much about it other than it is a symbol that is representational of a great old one. But your copy, like, I know that didn't post very well if you're using dark mode.
Oh, no, it's visible.
Okay.
Yeah,
Me?
it's fine. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
good.
I use what is it called? Dark mode or night mode, whatever it's called. I use that because my eyes train. But here is Spider from the Mists page. That'll probably work better.
Can this be an emoji in the server?
Maybe one day we'll do ones for each of the great old ones that we unlock. Sure.
I like how it's like
I'm just hoping Gijo gets the
Yes.
connection. I'm hoping.
It's like mix of spider and crab. Like with
Oh,
pinchers.
yeah, it's connected to. I mean, it looks similar to
what does it look similar to?
the other one, the Lady of the Deep.
No. Go to that page and then read the notes on the right side. This should be great. This should be fun. Bottom of the little box there.
Oh, god damn it!
What?
It's all connected. It's all
Wait, what?
connected. Hey, those watching at home, the spider from the mist symbol is a stylized Neo guy, which is a type of aberration. Yep. Okay, so moving right along. That said, all of them are filled with brains. All of the chassis that are kind of present here. One of or two of them are not. One that doesn't look like it's fully repaired or constructed, and one of them that is fully constructed and does not have a brain in it. What you'll note too is this would be mostly Scarin, I think. The one that you kind of butchered at the end with the thorn whip. When it bled onto the wall, it kind of created a situation where you can kind of see, due to the kind of staining of the blood and viscera, like a bit more of its work than you would be able to see with just like the plain white snow of it. You know what I'm saying? And what you're able to notice is that there does look like there's a means of egress through that wall. It looks like they were very close to breaching the wall. And one last note, here, these things on the wall are refrigeration units. And they all are churning, but it doesn't seem like they're doing so in a noisy fashion like the ones in the last chamber. But it's definitely cold in here. They're doing their work. You haven't been in here for very long, so we won't deal with any rolls or anything. Okay. Yeah, this music's too upbeat. I need something more somber. Is this good? Oh, that's too many drums.
Wait,
Sorry.
what?
I'm trying to find a good music. This will be fine. Ambiance music. So Gijo stepped away for a second. Does anybody have any ideas as to what they want to do, or any questions that they want to ask about the environs here? Of course, there's the door to the south that is slightly ajar. It's not fully opened. It will require some work to get it open if you want to pass through it. But
I was double muted.
So-
I actually had a question.
okay, give it to me. You worked
Is
hard.
this
You worked hard to
mostly?
get it
Is
to
this
me.
mostly? Yeah, I know. Is this mostly covered in ice?
Yeah, it's the snowy ice though, so you have a feeling, kind of, that it might be
So
something you could pierce with the picks that they're using, or you can try and use a little bit more vibrant.
could I retcon me getting rid of my flaming sphere?
I'm okay with that.
Okay, sweet.
You pushing it through?
Yep.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull you onto this map for the time being, just so
Okay.
we can kind of decide whether or not we're going to be going that way or not. And once we've kind of come to that decision, we'll kind of figure it out. I think this whole map is clear to see, though, and I'm okay with that. That's totally fine. You are Scarin.
Mm-hmm.
So if you were to pierce that wall and move through it, it would reveal. Basically, this is the hole that you'd be creating right here. You understand?
Right.
You can kind of see, like, if we go ahead and do one of these, and one of those, and one of them.
Yep.
You're in the same kind of space. So you pierce through it with your thing. There are more of these artifices. All of the ones in this room are empty. They do not have brains in them. On the floor, there appears to be a very strange amassing of water that is both icy and cracked, but also you can see that it seems to be flowing out of some strange device over here in the corner. That strange device is connected to metal hoses, which are kind of stapled to the floor. Oh, this is combat-y. I don't know. I'm going to change it again.
This is kind of combat-y, yeah.
I don't have a means of making decisions right now. I'm so sorry. This will be fine. So it is connected to metal hoses that kind of come up out of the strange device. One connects to a valve, a very large valve, and the other side connects to what appears to be a strangely sealed artificery kind of door that's kind of set in that wall. The other thing that you're recognizing in this space is that this wall here, there was a wall here, but it looks like it has kind of fallen astride, mostly due to time. And the ceiling is covered with crystals, ice crystals. That haven't-
Stalactites?
They're not. No, they're ice. So they're very crystalline. It almost looks like someone just took like very large snowflakes and kind of just latticed the entire ceiling with
Okay.
them.
So it's crispy. Got it.
It's a very crispy place. Yes.
Freeze burned.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Could I'll do like a Scarin will do like a and say, Kiara, get in here.
Is Jijo back? Jijo's back. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll drag and drop. They.
That's cool.
What you missed is that they, he used his flaming sphere to pierce a hole in one of the places where they were digging,
Okay, cool.
and it came into this space.
Then he'll point towards all the artifice that's over in the corner.
Can I walk this way? Oh, shit.
Yeah, so the floor is kind of this strange combination of ice, but also it seems that there's flowing to it. There's like a slickness to it, and you're pretty sure that there's water kind of flowing underneath this kind of ice. The floor is not level. Definitely has seemingly kind of like a grading kind of towards the middle, which has kind of created this water channel. And then on the opposite side, as we discussed, this is leaking fluid, this device here. This is some strange valve that is connected to a metal hose, which also has a metal hose coming out of the device on the floor that connects to an artificery-looking door.
Can I make some kind of check to determine if it's safe to walk on the ice?
Yeah, it's safe. You might slip and fall, but it doesn't look like it's gonna, break.
If I walk very slowly and carefully,
Yeah, that's fine.
do I need... Okay. I'm walking very slow, very careful.
Make a dex hit. No.
Ah, dang it.
JK.
Okay.
You make it to the valve.
Can I Arcana check this BS?
There's really
Or
nothing.
is it just mechanical?
Yeah, there's really nothing here that's going to kind of tell you how this works. The device in the ground is kind of water is extracting from it, kind of forming the ice water.
Okay, so there's like cold fluid kind of
Yeah.
coming out of this and then pouring this way.
It doesn't seem to be going in any direction. There's no flow. Excuse me. There's no flow to it. This is just kind of like a spread that's happened over
Okay.
a duration, and where it might be going, you don't think it's going anywhere. You just think slowly it's kind of building up. It's not like flowing heavily out of the machine.
Right.
Or it's kind of like a steady trickle.
And but there's flowing water underneath.
Right.
There seems to be liquid water underneath. I guess would be the better way of saying that.
Liquid water, but not necessarily flowing.
Correct.
Do you want me to
Um,
bring the flaming sphere over here?
well, let me turn. Does this turn?
It does. it turns either direction. So when you kind of test it for looseness, you can go lefty loosey or righty tighty.
Let's go righty tighty.
Okay. So as you turn it in that direction, it goes about a half spin before seizing. And when that does happen, the water stops to flow out of the machine, and the machine's sound, whatever it was kind of generating before, which was very kind of low and simple, stops happening.
Okay.
It's probably been a minute, yeah.
Yeah.
Do these guys have brains?
No,
They
they are empty.
don't. Yep.
Has anything changed for the folks in the other?
It's up to them if they want to
Space.
continue past to catch up with you, or if we're doing any investigation in the room they were in.
Yeah, what are y'all doing?
I would have started following.
They're just like, I'm shit out of ideas.
Yeah,
We-
I probably
said-
still follow too.
When they turned the thing, that the water stopped flowing.
Totally.
Hmm.
So did the ACs cut off in our room?
Nope.
No. Can I grab a pickaxe before I leave this room?
You have a pickaxe added to your inventory.
Okay.
And you're going into the other room.
Gil would follow in too.
And of course, Tom would not stay by themselves. Baby cat. It's not even Shindy this time. It's Mittens. She's being bad. Okay. So you're all in here.
And there's no other exit door in this space.
No.
Kuyura would explain that turning it righty-tighty clockwise caused the flow or the trickle to stop.
What happens if we turn it the other way?
Could I reach down and see if the initial water was even cold?
It was not.
So this must be coming from an outside source.
I'd suppose the best
It's
kind
not
of
cold before it's
description,
coming in here.
temperature-wise, I could give you would be like a solid, just a little bit more tepid than lukewarm.
Ugh.
Like, not quite lukewarm, like a little colder than that. You know
Oh,
what I
okay.
mean? But not freezing cold, is what I mean to say.
Right.
Like room temp?
We're talking like a good 60 degrees, 50, 60 degrees.
Okay.
Can I ask what's
Oh.
along this wall? This
Which one?
wall that I'm standing next to?
Rhyme, ice.
Ice.
Yep. And if you have nature trained, I believe Tommel does. Sorry,
do.
you do as well. So when ice freezes, it typically doesn't kind of like hold its own position, and ice will like kind of move like on top of itself and build up. So when ice freezes at the bottom of a watery surface, it's not because the top is freezing first. It's actually because the ice freezes at the bottom where it's going to be the most cold, but because of its buoyancy lifts to the top, and then that continues over time. So what it appears has happened here is on the side, this kind of shuffle of ice on the wall has happened, where it's basically creeped up from the pool and frozen outwards.
So there could be something back there we just don't.
Yeah, it would definitely be more shifting and whatnot of ice. But the wall that you are very clear, the walls that you're very clear are real walls, are this wall here, this wall here, and kind of the wall that everybody's kind of checking at this corner. And there doesn't appear to be any signs of ice on the door itself. It's completely free of rime.
Wait, this is a door.
You betcha.
Yeah. It seems like the water is warmer past that than is being funneled out.
Is it locked?
It is. The best way to describe the door would be like a submarine door.
Like a
except-
porthole.
Yeah. Well, no. Porthole's
No.
kind of the exterior. This is like
Um,
it's like a seal door, right?
yeah.
But it doesn't have like the normal mechanism.
Bulkhead.
Bulkhead. It doesn't have the normal mechanism
Yep,
for
there it
opening.
is.
Thank you for that. It doesn't have like the normal mechanism in the middle of a bulkhead to open it or shift it shut. It kind of seems like that's been extracted, pulled through the floor, and then put over there on the side in that form of the valve that's kind of on the floor.
Do we want to try spinning it the other way?
Yeah.
I'd spin it.
As you kind of move it that first half circle, the water starts to trickle out again. As you start to move it more in that direction, more water starts to spew out. Like it starts to become a bit more heavy. Who's doing this?
I am.
And who's nearby?
Me.
And Kyura.
Who wants to assist them in the effort?
Me.
Because what you very quickly realize, Garen, is as you're moving in that direction, it wants to go that way. It wants to spin to the side. So if you wanted to let it go, you can. If you don't want to let it go, you will have to stop it. So tell me which one of those two options you prefer. Again, the water's starting to move faster. It feels like it's going to be an effort to shut it again, if you get my meaning.
Like guys, it's not stopping.
Okay.
You wanted to just let it go?
Yo would help.
Okay.
Like, Yo would help hold it in place,
So
and then if somebody decided we should let it go, he'll let it
Make
go.
sure
But...
Garen, you're
Yeah,
the
I'll-
boss because you were the one loosening it. So you're going to make a strength check, and you have advantage because you have assistance from Gil.
No. Jesus Christ. Okay.
Okay, you got this.
Oh no!
He does not have it. It goes. Immediately upon doing so, the water starts to spew out very heavily, and then it stops immediately after it kind of gets to full and the wheel spins and locks into place. And then you start hearing this loud gong 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 sound coming from inside the machine. This continues to go on. I'm going to just go from left to right because this is very time sensitive. Johnny, what would Cindrix do in the immediate kind of situation as it's unfolded?
He's gonna get out of the room.
You're doing so in haste. Make an acrobatics check or a dexterity saving throw, whichever you prefer. Because I saw you walked across the ice.
Acrobatics probably.
Okay, you fail. You fall on your ass here. Go ahead,
Darn.
put the prone token on your thing. Next up, John, Radajon, what would you like to do in response to thunk, 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 and then water kind of like not spilling out anymore. It kind of spilled out for a quick second, and now it doesn't seem to be happening anymore.
I'd probably look to Kiora and Gil and be like,
Run!
Yeah. And then he'll lift off and start going this way.
Okay. Again, feel free to ask any questions about the environs before you make your decision. Keep that in mind. Timmy?
Could I do an investigation check? Is that something?
Yeah,
Like
go
a
ahead and make an investigation
perception?
check real quick. Or perception, whichever you prefer. Investigation, perfect. So what you'll notice is that as the thong, 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 thong is happening, the door appears to have, like, popped slightly. So it is no longer sealed.
Get the fuck out of here. Yeah.
Okay? Kimmy,
I mean, it's just making loud banging noises, right?
you betcha.
Also, Kyura went, run!
Okay. Can I grab Tommel and start to leave the room?
More than fair.
Do I need to make any kind of check to...
No. Tommel's a small little baby boy.
Okay.
He is baby sized. If he didn't want to
He's
be picked up,
backpack
if he didn't want to be
accessible.
picked up, he wouldn't be baby sized. That is just the rule. Jijo, Cleara is doing what? And oh, sorry, you moved across the ice, right, Sarah?
Yeah, that's why.
Go
I
ahead,
was
make an
wondering.
acrobatics or dexterity saving throw, please.
Okay.
Scaring you flew, obviously.
Yep.
Go ahead, put yourself where you started on the ice, and
With Tommel with me.
go ahead.
Yeah.
Wherever you fell, go ahead and move Tommel 10 feet in front of you, as you probably are like, oh, and then slide. And you're like,
Let's see. Probably would have went like that.
yeah. Have you ever seen Baby's Day Out? It's like when they drop the bag and his head slams against the concrete. But it wasn't him, it was a doll, so it was like fine or whatever. Anyway, Jijo.
As Cleara
Yeah.
or as Tommel?
Tommel's fine. Tommel's being handled.
All right, cool.
He'll just hop away.
Literally being handled. Oh, yeah?
I'm going to use.
I don't know if you can hear that or not.
What?
Can you hear the cat in the background or no?
No.
No.
They can't
I'm
hear you,
upset.
buddy.
Louder.
He's being
And I'm gonna
killed.
move Gil over here.
Okay. Even though Magpie was like, I want to go in the door. So you don't have to willingly accept it. You can resist if you want to, Magpie.
I don't think you would have expected it,
You want to
so
resist it?
kinda, because I
Con
want to go in
save.
the door.
Con
We'll see if
save.
you can fight it.
No, you can't
No.
resist Cleara's magics. So you are.
So he's like, "What did it?"
Reaching for the door. Absolutely not. So 30 feet. You said here again.
Yeah.
All right. Bye bye. There you go. All right, and then Gil, you can obviously run back if you'd like. And oh, sorry. It'd be a free action to open the door, Cleara, if you wanted to or not.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay. Inside, there's a small room that looks like it's a little laboratory. There look like there's some kind of strange kind of devices on tables, but not terribly important in the quick glance that you see. All right. So then, Magpie, last but not least, Cleara has taken the glory.
Okay, he'll go then.
All right. Okay, so at the bottom of the initiative, the thumping has been going on for about 12 or so seconds. Doesn't seem like terribly long, but then Clear, as you're kind of peeking in and going, oh, there's no monster or anything bad in here. The wall directly to the side of you, to the north of you, breaks open,
And it's the Kool-Aid Man?
A massive head of a huge purple worm slams through the stone, breaching it. Literally just kind of looking towards it, its teeth immediately slamming down onto the valve system. Clear, I need you to go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw.
Let me do that.
Alright, so you are actually pushed back into the corner. And you are knocked prone. As it bites down onto it, it pops, and water starts to eject out of it for very kind of like quick bursts, almost like like the. This is going to be a really dumb analogy, but I think it's going to give you the exact picture I'm trying to give you. When you've got grass like your lawn like waterers. What are those called?
The lawn
You got
sprinklers?
and it's like, and it's like, smack. That happens, and then the thumping stops, and the water stops spraying out of it, and it kind of like holds its position locked there for a second as it rips the metal out of the ground. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and roll initiative. we are technically in a fight. I will stress this. Everybody who has Arcana, Nature trained, you would know that a purple worm is basically a thing that consumes all. And for meta gaming purposes or just mechanical purposes, so your character understands the threat, and you will also understand the threat. They're challenge rating 15s, so just kind of keep that in mind as you kind of move into this space. Okay, this is one of those situations where I'm telling you this is probably not a fight you could win. Boom. All right. Citrix, you are.
Sorry, that's me.
Who else we got?
That's me.
It is you. Descending. Okay, so Citrix, you go first, and again, you are laying flat on your ass. As is
Yeah.
Sarah.
Takes half my movement to
Stand up.
get up right. So 15.
And you can move
Can
across
I-
the ice if you do not do so by limiting your movement by 3. So 3 spaces for every 1. You will have a chance of falling again. You'll need to make acrobatics or
Can I jump to the over the ice, or do I have to go move
can,
through
but
it?
the acrobatics check or dexterity check is going to be required regardless because you are trying
Okay.
to launch off of a slippery surface. No, this is not Baldur's Gate 3.
How did you know that?
I knew exactly what you were doing. You're like, press the Z button. Ha ha ha.
That's what I was exactly thinking in that situation. Darn.
I love that.
All
That's
right.
so great.
Okay.
But yeah, if you're gonna jump though, you will be able to make it further. It just you have a chance of slipping still.
Baby.
Okay. Could I just slowly
You could
walk
crawl.
over there?
You could crawl too. That's another option.
I can't slip while crawling, so probably
Stand up or crawl.
yeah. Stand up.
Okay.
Oh.
Jump over.
Commit.
Yeah.
Do
Good
it.
walk.
Oh yeah. Sure. Why not? I'm ready.
Make an acrobatics
Why not?
check.
Can I use guidance as an action? Help me.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Acrobatics. I don't think it's gonna help though.
No, it won't. Inspiration or no?
I already used it.
Alright. You will fall flat in the same space that you're in. So your turn literally is just getting up, trying to jump, and basically comically, whoa, 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 slamming back into that space.
Well.
It's like vaudeville shit. There's this big
Yeah.
tremors monster in
Hashtag
the background.
2 seconds.
Oh, perfect.
Oh.
All right.
It's on brand.
Okay.
So the worm, not really understanding what's happening inside of its mouth, is just going to kind of bash about suddenly. And the thrashing obviously is not going to affect anybody besides Sarah. So that being said, Sarah,
Kuyura.
Sorry, Q.
oh, sorry, Cleara, that's right. I wish it were Sarah. She could probably take the hit better. Oh yeah, you think so too, huh, buddy? Okay, smash. So that will hit. So Cleara, as this thing starts thrashing about, kind of like smashing, kind of like it seems to be kind of crushing the mechanism in its mouth and kind of slamming its head side to side. It kind of catches you with the brunt of the side of its head and smashes you into that corner. It doesn't seem to even notice you're there though, and you take 14 points of bludgeoning damage as it just kind of bashes into the corner there, just a little bit. And it didn't even seem to like fully directly hit you, but just the mass of it and the force of it seems to kind of like did quite a bit amount of damage there. Its turn is basically thrashing about in anger due to the water not being a living thing. And Scarin, you're up.
So is this a jar now?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. Find familiar. Instantaneous. So I will make a little
Casting time 1 hour. Casting
Use
time
an hour.
1 hour. It takes an hour to cast 5 minutes.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Never mind. I will panic.
That's a great plan. I love it.
I will.
You need to buy it, Jijo. You should buy Baldur's Gate 3. Baby boy,
You
stop
should.
it.
You should, Shisho.
Come
Is
to
it
really
computer
good.
or can I get it for something else?
computer.
I have an idea. I have an idea.
All right.
I'm going to reduce it.
Ooh, okay. Interesting. Very, very interesting. It is a Constitution saving throw. This is going to be very difficult for me to pass with my 22 con and proficiency in con saving throws.
Never
Er-
know.
I rolled a 1. So it will go from gargantuan to
Oh,
huge.
I mean,
So-
let's take it.
Go ahead and roll me a D100. This is very important.
I'll do it. Or do you want to do it, John? Okay.
So as its size shrinks exponentially and the hole that it was filling becomes less filled with purple worm. Well, I'm glad that it took 2 hours for me to get to a sexual innuendo this session. I was coming back from Gen Con. I'm glad this is the first one that's popped up. But since the size
welcome.
of it is less big and it's not filling the hole out, the hole starts to descend down onto it and kind of crush it in. Damn, it's still sexual.
Love this.
Yeah. I'm gonna make a check with. I'm gonna make a check with it, and it's gonna be a deck save. And it failed that because it sucks at deck saves. So what you realize is it seems that as it's crushing into it, it has a burrow speed. It'll probably be fine, but basically for all intents and purposes, you have knocked it prone. Is the best way I can describe it. You kind of roiled it in its hole and kind of caused it to turn slightly. Does that make sense?
Yes, and I will fly over, fling the door open, and say, "Get in."
Oh, wow. Okay, that's a good option. Okay, Queera.
I'm going to use my action to cure wounds myself.
That's a good choice.
At level 2. 9 healing. Ugh, it's not the worst. Oh no. 14 healing. Okay, that's better.
Sorry, I gotta retract these baby cats.
Then I'm going to use my bonus action to kick up my defensive field.
Okay.
Then I'm going to move in the hut. I mean, in the space in there.
Hold that space for now, since you're not going in. You're just kind of.
Yeah.
You're either staying at the door.
At the lip.
Yeah. Okay, Gil.
He's gonna come. Hold on.
Nobody expected the Tremors movie to be the game today.
Right. Okay. I have that one thing. Expeditious. Oh wait, hold on. Speak with animals. No, you're not that character. Stop. Expeditious retreat allows me to move more, right?
Yeah. Also, even without nature trained, you would know that a purple worm is not an animal.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's a monstrosity.
Okay. He'll move. He'll dash over. Oh, I would need to make a roll, right?
With that run up, you could jump across. It's fine.
Okay. So he would stop there.
Were you moving adjacent to it? Looked like it. So it's still
Yeah.
it's still thrashing about. It's prone, so it has disadvantage. But I'll go ahead and see if I can't hit you. 17 misses.
Yeah.
Kill done.
Yeah. Well, can I? We don't want to attack it. Okay. I just want to know what's in the door. What's in the door?
You're almost there. Sorry, you're up.
So I'm gonna stand up.
Mm-hmm. You can step off the ice if you're going back the way you came. No problem.
Okay. I guess that's what I'll do because they want to run into the door.
We could have split the party.
Please don't come over here. Like Scarin will be like waving his hand, like, "Go away."
Karen, I can't see you, love. I don't know where you are. Like, half my screen is black.
Joke's on you. I'm a blind human.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
It
but
was
you
supposed
have
to
the
be
light on you though.
120 black dark vision.
No, I don't think I do anymore. I think because I haven't been able to see anything.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know why I didn't carry over the light. I copy pasted. You're joking.
I think it's because I had that blue thing over top of me.
Hmm.
So, Scaren, where are you at? Can you ping for me? Is that allowed? Okay, so you're over there. Okay.
I think I
Just
saw
like
your
go
light.
the other way.
All right. All right. All right.
Oh,
I want to try to.
They're just outside of your light, actually. So no, you wouldn't be able to see them.
Yeah.
Damn.
But if I heard him say,
You can't hear
"Don't
shit.
come this way," okay, then you know what? Oh,
You're just hearing crumbling cave and
I hope
I
I.
see the
I
worm
just want
though.
to stress how loud this thing is.
Yeah, I see the worm though.
Oh yeah.
No one else is attacking. Okay, you know, I'm gonna because they're still over here. I'm gonna try to go back across and flee with Tomo.
Okay. So
All right.
you've already spent half your movement. You're moving back across. Go ahead and make a dexterity, acrobatics, or dex saving throw.
Okay, I'll make a dex.
You fall on your ass the second.
Oh,
you step on the
Oh
ice.
my god, this
I-
ice!
I know.
Shit's hilarious.
I feel
We're just gonna die here on this ice.
we're just yeah.
I made the
Gotta
exec.
just die from concussion.
I just made the executive call that Tom says fuck all this and walks out the door.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
Save yourself, Tom. So nervous.
well, my ride isn't here, so I guess I'll leave.
Cindrix.
Can he just army crawl his way towards the door?
No, he just walked. He was on the other side. He got thrown. He just stood up and.
He's talking about himself, I think.
Yeah, Cindrix wants the army
Yeah.
girl.
Oh
He's
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about
yeah.
himself.
Jax wants to army crawl to this without
Yeah.
standing up.
So it's difficult terrain. So 5'10", 15, 20,
Okay.
and then you can stand up, but you can't because you don't have enough
Sure.
space. So then,
Can I dash?
um,
right here?
Yeah, if you dash, you can get up, and that'd be it.
Oh.
Or that'd be
Okay.
it. There.
Wait. Right here?
Mm-hmm. In the doorway.
Oh, okay, in the doorway. Alright, right there?
One more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
And you're no longer prone. No, you were right the first time. There.
Oh.
Purple worm time.
Oh god.
I am going to
Nice knowing you, Gil.
use half my movement speed to stand up.
Oh no.
It will then lance out, like so, and it'll attack the bird.
Oh.
Oh.
It is going to
Good
try
night,
to
everybody.
bite the bird. 16 to hit.
Probably, yeah. Yep.
Go ahead and roll a d4. Its damage will be reduced by that much. Because it was reduced. You'll take 23 points of piercing damage. And I'm gonna say, let me check something here. are just large enough for it to be able to swallow you. Go ahead and make a dex saving throw. Actually, let me check my math here. No, it's small. Or small is the only size I can swallow. You're not small enough. Never mind the dex saving throw. Because it's currently huge. It needs to be 2 sizes larger. It's not. It is large size larger than you. Okay. So it can't swallow you. It tries to, but it can't fit the whole bird in. Scarin, you're not grappled or anything. You're not caught inside of it. You are adjacent to it. The door does look wide open. You can disengage and fly in if you want to, or you can disengage and fly away from it if you want to.
Disengage, fly in.
Alright. Clear up. Okay. I'm just gonna say that it's caught. I'm not even gonna roll.
Okay. We're just gonna say that it's what? That it worked. Okay. And I'm just gonna be here at this doorway, I guess. Oh wait, have we attacked it at all?
Mm-mm. No, because it's super scary.
I know, but now that it's smaller.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, everyone's running away.
I
I'm
need
just
you
gonna
to make
crawl
a
in this
DC
hole.
11 Constitution saving throw.
Queera?
John.
Oh, John.
Yeah, 1 second. DC what?
11. Constitution. Failure.
I'll use inspiration.
You sure? Alright.
Yeah.
You maintain concentration on the enlarge or reduce. Yep.
Oh,
Good call. I didn't even think of that.
move. Here?
You're going in? Are you
Yeah.
are you disengaging to do it or no?
Yeah.
You're inside.
Everybody in.
Sarah, you saw that Syndrix's plan worked.
I want to do that too.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can move to here without dashing. If you want to dash, you can stand up and then move to here.
Okay, that's what I'll do.
Okay. Syndrix, are you going through the hole and further in?
He's
Pommel is.
he's gonna. How much movement do I need to get into the hole there? Because he wants to check if everybody's safe first, then he wants to go in there. Probably
Okay.
what he would do.
If you're staying here and just making sure, you'll note that the other 3 are not present.
Okay. Then probably go in the hole then.
Perfection. Okay. So we'll imagine that this way. The creature slams into the door in such a way that it causes you to have a choice of close it or leave it open. What would you like to do, the 2 or the 3 of you?
Close it.
It starts smashing against
Close,
the door
close.
heavily. The door is not able to lock. So as you're kind of holding it closed, it's kind of slamming into it. But what you're realizing very quickly is whatever its burrowing mechanic is that normally allows it to pierce through stone is not working on this thing that you're inside of. It just continually mashes and smashes into it. This happens for another 2 or so minutes. Meanwhile, the rest of the group is kind of like lingering in the background over by the ice hole. Slam, slam, slam. Lots of noise. About a minute or so passes before you then hear like a subtle kind of like cry from it and then it kind of maneuvers away, and you can hear the grinding of stone as it seems to burrow itself back into the stone wall there. Okay. After a couple more minutes, you see the laboratory inside. There are a couple of books. One of the books appears to be identical to the one that you've already seen that allows you to, craft these creatures. Another one seems to be an addendum to that book. Craft the golems, the construct. The other one seems to be an addendum to that teaches you how to install a brain of your choice into one of the constructs and either allow it or deny it its previous sentience. If you have the ability to use rituals, with this book you have the ability to transplant one dead creature that died no more than 10 days ago into one of these constructs.
So what you're telling me is that in possibly the very near future, I could be a robot.
Yes. 100%.
Um,
Okay.
Queer wants to firebolt the shit out of this literature.
Okay.
I'm going to destroy it unless either of you can
But
persuade me.
but I mean history and mm, I
This
mean
is incredibly unlawful. It is
oh, the brain thing? Yeah, no, you can burn that one, but this other one that just tells you how to make the little guys.
I don't know that it works without a brain inside.
Eh.
Explaining it again, it allows you to take one living creature and put them into a construct, an envoy construct. And it also tells you how to grant them the same mind that they had when they were living, or to take away their personage and make them subservient.
This is an affront to the gods and to the laws of Ordris. What are you doing?
Conglomerate.
Eh.
The double C's. Sorry. Never mind. I'm a dork. Fuck me.
John over here throwing imaginary gang signs.
They've got
Oh,
the two
God.
C's as the symbol for the conglomerate.
As a druid, I would not be a big fan of this.
Yeah, you can burn the
Personally.
literature entirely. And I would like for everybody to go ahead, each one of you, to go ahead and either make an investigation or perception roll, your choice.
Can do.
Okay.
26.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay, got you. All three of them. Cool. That's great. Let me go ahead and reach over here and grab a book. Also, amidst the literature, books, and desks and the like, you do find a couple of items that seem to be of note. There is a pair of goggles, which have very kind of ornate looking arcane markings on them, not too dissimilar from the ones that were on the tables. At least in styling, it does look like the actual text is different, obviously.
Mhm.
You would find a very ornate looking book, paperweight, that looks like it has very interesting looking halfling markings on it.
Ooh.
And a potion that looks like it has quite a bit of dust and also rime on it, but it looks like it's very ornately designed, and the symbol on it, the marking on it, that would denote possibly what's inside of it, says Eternus.
The life.
You are.
I want. Can I grab the paperweight and look at it?
Yeah, it's a very interesting looking stone. If you have Arcana trained, so Quira, you would know that halflings typically have luck stones that have similar markings. Whether or not this is one of them or not, you're not sure.
Oh, I have Arcana trained too.
Yeah, so you would know as well, Scarin, from your dealings with halflings. They typically have these things called luck stones that are just kind of good fortune baubles that they'll keep on their person.
I guess for the goggles,
Mm-hmm.
ask Kiora if they'd be able to identify them.
Clear, if you want to go ahead and throw out the ritual, they are a pair of eyes of minute seeing. Crystal lenses that fit over the eyes while wearing them. You can see much better than normal out to a range of 1 foot. You have advantage on intelligence investigation checks that rely on sight while searching an area or studying an object within that range. And as with all potions, if you give it a test, see, and check it, it is a potion of longevity. When consumed, it reduces the age of the imbiber by 1d6 plus 6 years to a minimum of 13 years.
Well,
Each time you subsequently
Oh.
drink a potion of longevity, there is a 10% chance, cumulative chance, that you instead age by 1d6 plus 6 years. Suspended in the amber liquid is a scorpion's tail, an adder's fang, a spider, a dead spider, a tiny heart that, against all reason, is still beating. These ingredients will vanish when the potion is opened.
So part of me was like, "Oh my God, we could have a baby Gil," and then I was like, "Wait a minute, Magpie. He's 100 years old."
The right answer is Tommel. It was always Tommel. Have Tommel.
Baby
Tom.
buddy.
Yeah.
Jack's like,
Everybody.
why did you redraw my character and make him a small chibi? He's already chibi.
he's already chibi.
Talking about chibi.
Would it be okay if I grab the goggles?
What are they again?
Okay. I would normally be cool with that, but I have a +7 to investigation. So
Okay, I
I
only have
think
a +5.
it'll be most useful on Quiora.
You go for it.
Also,
And they look super cool on you.
every
Yeah.
artificer should have a set of cool goggles, I think.
Right.
That is also true. Yeah. If only there were perception, that would have fought.
I definitely put the weird little halfling rock in my pocket.
Okay. I think the halfling rock doesn't require attunement. Let me check.
Scarin,
This is a
that
rock.
means you can take this potion, I suppose.
Nope. Okay.
Oh my God,
Oh, it
baby
does.
Skirin!
So, will you allow the magic of the halfling rock to kind of attune to you as you kind of hold it on your person?
Yeah. Wait, don't I'm already no, I'm already attuned to the trident,
You'd
right?
be attuned to 3 total items.
Okay, then
What was
yeah,
the name
sure.
of the potion again?
Cool. Potion of
Longevity.
longevity.
I'll attune to this little bugger.
I already added it to your sheet, and its bonuses should display.
Ooh.
So you should have +1 to all saves and +1 to all skills.
Yes.
It is a luck stone.
Hell yeah. That'd be great, actually.
Yep, looks good.
Maybe I'll stop dying.
Doubtful, but we'll see. I guess it's an optimist stone now.
As
That's fun.
Autobots roll out.
Yeah.
Okay, so after a duration, probably a while, those of you sitting on the outside are kind of worried about the others. But about 10 minutes later, everybody kind of slowly trickles out of the chamber and heads over to the group. And you realize that the worm has maneuvered away. It was drawn here by the loud sounds very quickly, so its lair, wherever it's kind of passing by, is not too far off. And the hole that it left behind is completely filled in. Similar in kind to the Umbral. Okay, so if we move back to the other space, the Frozen Hall section.
So, just to be clear before we move on, all copies of these books, Quiora will destroy now, unless anybody can sell her. We'll tell her not to.
Yeah, it's an affront to nature.
We have two.
Okay.
Gil, you're the only one who at the time would be able to stop them. Do you wish to try?
Um, I mean, he'd try and take a peek at least the one to make the automaton things, but
No, Gil, stop
It's
looking at that.
it's
That's
all
forbidden
right,
knowledge.
God,
Oh God, there's a reason it's forbidden knowledge.
don't tell me that, okay?
Fire. Okay.
Okay.
Yep, fire. I help fire.
Yeah, just light it on fire. That's what I always say. Okay, and it seems like it's the party's modus operandi. Everybody's got explosions.
Light
and
shit on fire.
Just fire. Everybody burns fucking everything.
All
Okay.
the fire guys, and then the
Yeah.
little water boy.
So we have this space here. There is the doors that are slightly ajar to the south, and then there's obviously the way that you came in if you wish to leave this place.
Oh, Gil, I can't do fire.
Not yet.
You did lightning.
Yeah, yeah, you
Cedric's-
can.
Cedric's cast fire on.
Do what? Yeah, he's blazing the land. Why not? Hold on.
Oh,
Oh, never mind.
that's
I haven't
true.
prepared. Wait, did I? Wait. Sorry, you can't do fire today. Sorry.
Do we want to try to go through that other door? The other side? Or get the hell out of here?
No, let's go through the door.
Why not come this far?
Who's going first, and if so, are you trying to move quietly or no?
I go first, I try to move quietly.
Make a stealth check. What'd you get?
13.
Not successful. So the second that you enter into the space, and yeah, it's definitely a space. Bear with me here. Make sure I have the right one. I do have the right one. That would be that guy there.
Oh my god, this place is so stressful.
Oh, absolutely. So,
I don't know, I'm pretty chill. Nothing.
I'm grabbing you, and only you so far. And we're moving to the other side. As you kind of push the door open, there's kind of a loud noise. And as you kind of peek through, again, you're not all the way through, so we're just make sure that that's clear. You can see that the room inside this space, directly in front of you, there's a narrow kind of metallic hallway that leads into a very similar kind of space with the grating that seems to be covering up a hole that you saw on the south side of the first chamber. You see some broken rocks and kind of thrown about strewn stone. You see a platform that is elevated above kind of yellowy, kind of greenish fluid, which you would know would be similar to the fluid we've seen so far. And sitting around a fire are a number of kuatoa. There's a kuatoa on the another platform just a ways from them, which would be here, that appears to have a very strange-looking, ornate headdress that looks like it's made out of the hands of those robots that I mentioned, kind of placed onto like a metal ring. It's kind of held, like half ring, kind of held on top of their head. And then there are other pieces of metallic flare that are kind of present on its head. And it kind of is turning and looking over in your direction. And as it does so, you can see that in the center of that is a metallic version, like a almost three-dimensional metallic version of the symbol that you saw on the flat metal panel you found on the monitor that died. They all kind of look in your direction, confused, and they all start kind of grabbing for weapons as you kind of come into the space. If you wish to alert the others that the fight is about to start, you can do that, or if you wish to retreat and close the door, that is an option as well. Just need to know what you want to do, Gil, so we can kind of press from there.
What would Gil do? I feel like he would
Fight.
back. Well,
Pull lever.
We're talking about Gil here.
yeah, he would. He would let them know since they all see him. He would kind of shout back and be like, "All right, we gotta fight." And
Yeah, who are you kidding?
yeah.
That was a nice try. Oh,
Well,
he would be cautious, not run into something that was a giant.
he would not be Leroy Jenkins.
Was that,
All right.
who the
So
fuck are
I
you?
have.
Okay, so if that's the
What
case,
just happened? Oh,
I'm gonna go ahead and I know you all weren't right near the door, but we're just gonna satisfy it for my purposes that you were,
Sure.
because obviously we would have maneuvered to behind Gil as Gil went to scout, and Gil's like, "Oh no, there's a fight," and then kind of rushes in. Don't move too much further than there, because we're gonna go ahead and
okay.
move to an initiative tracker. We're going straight into a actual fight, and I'm gonna shift the music. Let's go with. It's kind of a big fight, right?
Seems like it so far.
Okay, everybody rolled up. Yeah or nay?
Oh, missing Tommel.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. All right. So Sarah, you hear the call for fighting during this first round. It'll take you a total of, and this will be for everybody, 15 feet of movement to enter the space that you're in. Beyond that, you can move at your pleasure.
Is the green, is that difficult terrain or anything?
It's
on the
10
ground?
feet down,
Uh-huh.
and it looks like it's about knee height. So yeah, if you get into it, it will be difficult terrain.
But I can jump over.
You can jump over, absolutely. You have a 18 or higher strength.
Yeah, I have 18.
With your movement speed that you've already kind of committed to, you can jump a total of like 20 feet as part of your movement, not more than your movement. So if you wanted to jump to here, you could. You move 15 to get to there, so 5, 10, 15, 20, and you have 40 movement. So yeah, you can land there, you could go here, you can go there, if you wanted to.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go ahead and jump across.
Okay.
And I do wanna land here.
Okay.
And I wanna rage.
So there's actually rage.
Range. And I wanna swing on the one that's to the left first, because he looks like the
Little guy. Yep. Oh, the big guy. You're shooting the big guy first.
yeah.
Alright.
Apologies. I wanna attack recklessly.
23 of it. And good choice on that.
Yeah.
I almost didn't. Okay, and then my
Oh,
second.
hold on. Stop.
Oh.
Stop.
Apologies.
No. It's more for you. I noticed something very interesting, and we're going to fix it right now.
Yeah.
Hold on. Do. Your damage for your glaive is 1 instead of 1d10. Go ahead and click the damage again for me, will you?
Yes.
There we go. I don't think you've noticed, but you've been rolling 6 and 2 this entire night. It's because it's minimum damage. You've been, instead of rolling 1d10, you've been rolling 1 plus your modifiers, which means that it's always just been 1 on the dice roll. I didn't realize it until just now.
Oh,
so,
no.
No, it's okay. So go ahead and give me another damage roll, because the second one will attack or hit as well.
Okay.
Wait.
Oh, what the hell?
No, that's a real one. That's a real roll. So
That's
if
a
you-
roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you hold your mouse over the number 6, it'll show you rolling 1d10 plus 4 strength plus 1 magic equals 141, right? If you go ahead and roll it over the 6 above, it'll say rolling 1 plus 4, da 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 da, instead of
Why
1d10.
Why did that happen?
I don't know. They have made some updates to Roll20, and they're going to be continuing to make more. So just, again, if something like this comes up and we notice it, we'll continue to fight against it. So we're looking at a total of 12 plus 8 is 20. Solid hits. This guy is not bloodied like the last monitor. This one looks like it's ready to scrap. And again, this one definitely has the pincer and meat hook and is very much stylistically similar to the monitor you fought already. Sarah, that's your move, that's your bonus, that's your attack. You are done. It goes to them. So, the one with the cool headdress, seeing the situation unfolding as he is, will kind of point at that one, and as he does, the symbol that we discussed appears in front of the Kuatoa you're fighting and starts moving around him, floating around.
Okay.
It very much magically to you looks like the spell Shield of Faith, which you've seen cast before. That's his bonus action, and then as his standard action, he kind of raises his own pincer stick to the air. Sarah, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. You have advantage due to you seeing it. You do not succeed at dodging it, however, so you will take a total of 11 points of radiant damage as a burst of bright, hot light descends from the sky and slams into your shoulder as he hits you with the spell Sacred Flame.
Okay.
This one fighting you will go for its full itinerary, trying to get you in its claws. Making sure we are on... Yep, the right one. So it'll go swing. And it has advantage on its attack roll. 16 misses, right?
No, it hits. I have 15 on plus.
Okay, cool. So then you will take 3 piercing damage and 5 lightning damage, and you are grappled. And you cannot take reactions until the Kuatoa's next turn. It will then be unable to attack again as it's grappled you. It will bite you. It will succeed. And you'll take 3 piercing damage. These ones, as their move action, will stand up because they were not readied. They will grab no weaponry. They'll grab spears. Or pickaxes, sorry. And then they'll move. And I think I can kind of get around you here. Alright. And then we're going to swing at you with pickaxes. 1, 2, 3. God damn. Okay, we're rolling pretty good tonight at the end here. Hit, crit, miss. So you've been having the damage so far, except for the lightning, right? Okay. So then I'll remember to do it here now that so 5 halves is 2. And then the crit, 7 plus 3 or plus 6 is 13. Halved is 6. And then the last one missed.
So 2 and then 6. Okay.
Yeah.
And no, I didn't have the other 2.
Oh.
I thought they already halved. I apologize.
Sorry. So yeah, it was 3 piercing, so it would have been 1 piercing. So gain 2 back.
Yeah.
And that math checks out for me. That is it for that grouping. You then hear kind of scrambling in the background, and you watch as a bunch more creatures kind of move to get near the whip, which is their name for lower priest. So as you can see, there are 5 now on the other island. Sarah.
Oh, wow.
Tommel. So this is the bunny man, whoever's doing it. Muted, Zero.
Oh, my B.
No worries.
Okay, so we're going to do Toll the Dead.
See, that reminds me of a joke I was going to do in real life, and I
Fuck.
didn't get a chance to do it.
So do it.
No.
Yeah, do it.
Unless it's going to get you canceled.
It only works in real life.
Then definitely do it.
No, I was hoping for a point where, like, when we were in a conversation in, like, real life, and we were talking, and I wasn't able to hear you, I was going to be like, Zijo, muted.
Shut.
Mm,
Oh my god.
It didn't
That's it.
work.
I'm out. I quit. Okay, so 2d12, right?
Yeah. And I failed. You were doing which one? The monitor?
Yeah, the one that's been hit.
Okay, perfect.
17 damage.
Ooh, okay. It is now bloodied. You watch as a large spectral bell appears above it, chimes. You watch as the quake of it causes him to kind of shake with dark energy. Cool. Tommel, solid shit. We go to anything else from the Bun Bun?
That's it.
Alright. Kira.
I can't make it across.
There's too many fish. Now I want fish.
Wait. I have a thing. Hold on.
Oh, we got these really cool, like, easy to prepare salmons in the fridge.
For your cat?
No, for me.
Oh. Okay, I'm out of second level spell slots.
Baby boy.
Uh, mm. Okay, so I'm going to move here.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to just... Oh, you know what? I'm going to... use catapult on a...
Is a line.
Yeah. But it can start wherever, right? Like, it can start here, and I could just...
Throw it. Cast a spell for me.
Well, yeah, okay. Let's throw it.
Since we're
Oh,
no,
shit.
don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So you're going to choose one object within 60 feet. So what object do you want to do? Rock?
Yeah, rock.
Okay. And then you're going to shoot it into the monitor?
Yeah. Ooh, it'll be a pick.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh,
Actually, hold on. Mining pick.
Oh, the weight.
Weighs 10 pounds. Yeah, sorry.
Okay, so a rock.
Okay. You know what? Flavor-wise, I'll let you use the half of it, so it shoots like a missile through him.
Okay, cool.
That's fine. It's the lighter side of the two.
Dex save.
And that's a failure.
9 bludgeoning.
Right.
I don't know if that was worth the spell slot, but there you have it. And then, and then I will use a bonus action for
Kind of rolled shitty on the damage. That's the only reason
this
why.
guy to do some pew pew at the same target. 17 hit.
Yes.
5 force.
Yeah. Pro tip on catapult. This is why it's extremely good for a first level spell. If you were to have targeted like the rocks behind him and zip them through in a line this way, if he had passed his save, he would have to make one. And if he had passed his save, he would have to make one. And then it hits the wall. So the goal is to throw it through a line so that if you hit the first one, great. But if you don't, it might hit the next one. And that's why catapult's strong.
that's cool.
It is a great
Okay,
spell.
cool. I hadn't.
No worries. We're learning.
Yeah.
Heal.
Cool.
I believe is what's happening.
Yeah. Yeah.
Legolas, get them up. Bam, bam, bam. Same target, because it's going to have cover from the other ones. It doesn't matter. You can shoot anybody on the board you want. Just pick one.
This one.
Okay, and 15 will miss him if you're shooting at him and he doesn't die for the first one.
Oh,
Yep.
that should have the dreadful strike on it.
Go ahead and throw a d4.
Hello? Okay.
He's really fucked up. But due to the fact that he has a bunch of other Kuatoa in between him and you, you're unable to get that second shot in, and it kind of skirts high and doesn't hit anything. Syndrix.
All right. Who's down for cooked fish? He is going to. Let's see. Hold on. We go. Trying to drag the spell onto the map.
What spell are we talking about?
Fireball on these guys here.
Jesus fuck. Hold on a second. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. Let me double check and see if this is the right one. I think it's the Archpriest that has it. Yeah, they only have first level spells. Never mind. Okay. Boo. Archpriest can counter spell.
Oh, what is that?
Whips cannot.
Oh, I'm guessing count.
Whips,
counter, right?
No, it's not countered. He's not an Archpriest, he's a whip. So he's a lower priest. So yeah, go ahead and don't worry about it.
Okay. Let's
Go
do
ahead
it.
and roll the damages. And did you
And
drop
all the ones turn to twos, so that'll be 3 extra damage on
Okay.
there
and did,
because fireman.
the template?
What?
I think templating wise, hold on. Is Fireball an option in your templates or no?
Yeah, I tried to drag it out, but it wasn't going. Oh shoot!
Yeah, I think it's a little bit bigger than you imagined. That's why it's the
Oh.
greatest spell. So you can actually hit that one.
Yeah.
I think maneuvering wise, if you do that, you can hit this one as well. Which is
That's
supreme. So we're looking at 3 extra plus 3 extra, so 28,
Yeah.
31.
yep. On
Kind
a
of
16 dex save.
throw your finger forward after combining the components. A mote of flame flies out over. This is the first time we're casting Fireball with this character, right? Dope.
Yep.
And yeah, it bursts, igniting everything. You watch as they turn a nice, crispy, like brown and black, like very much charred, but like in a savory kind of way. We're talking about sentient creatures. That'll kill those. It will not kill these guys. It will fucking bleed them though. They are bloodied. That is not great. It will destroy the monitor that they've been pulverizing, and it will kill this guy as well. That changed the dynamic of the fight quite a bit.
Yeah.
Hell, you might be done with this
Wow.
before 10 o'clock. Continuing, if you're done, Centrix.
I don't think any bonus actions I can do here.
Scaring.
No, that's good.
More than
Yep.
Okay.
sufficient.
Wow.
Well. He was gonna fly here,
I
and then
Go ahead. If you want to run an extra lap, just to style on me, fine. Go ahead and say what you're gonna say. Johnny's
Wait,
he's so in himself, dude. He's like, yeah. You are turning into a wolf.
Cool.
That is an action for you, right?
there's a bonus action for wild shape.
Okay. For you? Because I
Yeah.
know. Okay.
Right?
Yeah, that's correct. My brain. did
Say,
it.
tell me tell me if I'm wrong. And then he'll bite the closest one.
Oh, that'll hit. And saving throw. It is knocked prone.
Sweet. That's it.
Alright. Next up is Sarah. This one
I'm-
here is prone. This one here is still standing fully fleshed. And then the wizards on the other side are still alive.
This one right next to me, that's the one that had me grappled, or was it the...
Oh, no,
No,
yeah.
that one's dead.
So in the burst of flame, that whole stick is no longer in existence. It literally just evaporated the wood and the metal of it. Like, it wasn't even there. Like I don't know if you've seen like those animes where like something explodes and it's like it just turns to a black
Black
silhouette,
lines.
and then it's
Yeah.
just lines that fly away. Yeah, that happened. That's what happened when Cindrix did the thing.
I couldn't remember which one had me grappled.
Who
That's why I
cares?
said-
That guy's dead.
Yeah, if it's him, okay.
Yeah.
Can I hit the one immediately to
Sure.
my right? Him?
Yep.
I'll attack recklessly.
That'll hit. That will kill on one.
And then I'll use my second attack for the one that's prone.
Okay. That'll also hit. Don't even worry about rolling damage.
Okay.
18 almost killed it. Or the 8. I think your minimum damage would have killed it with Raging.
Okay. And then,
Movement.
yeah, I can't reach.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. You can get to here.
No, I kind of wanted to.
Stay back.
A little bit. Because he's within my rage.
There
Can I
is good.
bonus my
Pommel
sea
strike?
aura?
Yeah.
Oh, no, my sea aura.
Oh, yeah. Fails it. Go ahead and give me a d6.
Okay.
Alright. It'll go to them. The monitor is, like, panicking. The whip is kind of, like, holding his head, and he's kind of, like, covered in flame, but he's kind of, like, patting it out and holding his crown so it doesn't fall off and slag. Then he kind of looks back at the monitor and kind of seems to be kind of agitated. He is going to move out of your threatened space. You can make an opportunity attack.
Okay.
Do you have Sentinel?
No.
Okay, great. Go ahead and give me the damage. Ah! As you hit him, he does manage to kind of get past, though. He rushes over to here, and you see him then continue on dashing. Grab a lever. The door opens here, and he rushes out. He is going to be 10 feet off map. Then the monitor will move into position here and throw his little cool claw out. 19 to hit with advantage. You are grappled, and you are taking 5 piercing damage, and you are taking 6 lightning damage, and you can't take reactions until the start of his next turn.
Was that 5 halved, or I need a half?
Have it, sorry, 2.
Okay.
And then Tommel. Wisdom saving throw. 19. Success, okay. And then nothing else from Tommel, right? Clear up. Firebolt hits. It is now bloodied. Or it's been bloodied. It's more bloodied. Sorry, my math is bad. Halving is a hard thing to do.
Yeah, and then Homunculus is going to.
Force bolt.
Oh wait, I have a. It has to get closer.
Second bloodied.
Double bloodied.
You real fucked up.
13 will miss, I'm sure.
13 will miss by 1. Yep. Clear done. Gil, you're up.
Alright, let's shoot. $16?
Hit. Alright. Still alive. One more. Shoot it again. That'll hit. And it's still standing, only thus. It's still in double digits, I guess. It's not so close. Cindrix.
It's gonna move about here. Let's see. What is the range on this? 60. 60. Yeah, he's gonna use Holy Lance on it.
Okay. 14 will hit on the nose.
Hey.
Uh,
Oh, no other fire.
So just 9. Okay.
Yeah, it's just 9.
Still alive.
And the next hit gets a +2, I believe.
To damage.
To the
Attack.
attack roll.
Scare.
Runs and jumps over. And would bite. Do you want me to do anything with the jump?
Oh, you're flying. It's fine.
Well, I'm a
Wolf.
direwolf.
Oh, yeah. What's your strength on a direwolf?
I just had it up. I don't know where I went. I'm getting it right.
Is it more than 10?
I'm sure it is.
You're fine.
It's a
worry.
17.
Yeah. Give me the attack. Yeah, don't worry about damage. The second it lands and kind of spins about, kind of catching the monitor on the side of the neck, it slams him and then pulls him against that pillar that he's kind of back to, tearing the head off and leaving the body kind of slumped against it, and kind of the monitor's catch thing is kind of pulled to the stride and kind of drops out from its hands as its body kind of becomes lifeless. You were continuing that movement?
Yep, I'm gonna move there.
Okay, go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw. Okay, so as you step out onto the wooden bridge, you very quickly realize that this was not built for dire wolves, very much like 500-pound creatures. The bridge, even though I don't have a means of maneuvering it, will break out from underneath you, and due to your saving throw, you will fall with it into the liquid. When you hit it, you very quickly realize that it does not do anything to you, except that it does, as it starts to kind of coat you a bit. You watch as your dog-like hands inside of it start to change into owlin hands, and you realize that the magic of the wild shape is slowly being peeled away. If you stay in this much longer, it will tear you from your wild shape form and make you non-magical again.
Okay.
That was all your movement. You would have made it a little bit further, but because you're hit prone, you can't get back up.
Okay.
Scarin done. Sara up.
Am I able to jump across 3 spaces where the bridge was?
5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, you could, because you have a 40-foot movement. And you have a 20-foot lead up. And you have a higher than 15 strength, right?
Yeah, 18.
Yeah, absolutely. So you have a 20-foot jump distance that you can make. So yeah, no rolls necessary. Actually, what is your strength?
18.
Yeah, you're fine. You can jump it. So you'll land on the opposite side fine. And that'll be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Exactly enough movement for one movement. You do not see the monitor just outside. It looks like the hall that you're entering into was the hall where you fought the Umber Hulk.
So I can't move any further, right? You did say that, and I can't see them. Okay.
Well, that's your just regular movement. Do you want to dash?
If I dash, can I? I can't bonus action, can I? Anything?
You
And it
could.
takes your full action.
No, you could. Dash is just an action.
Okay.
Do you
Okay.
want to
Yeah.
chase after?
Yeah, I want to chase after,
Okay.
and I would probably go here. I'd probably go wide.
Yeah, not a problem. So,
Uh,
hold on a second.
oh, I'm sorry.
Ignore all the other tokens. Actually, let's get rid of all the other tokens on there just to keep it simple. Silly goose. I'm going to pull you to there. Your map changed, is that correct?
Yes.
And I'll do so for me as well. As you enter into the space, you come up right behind the creature as it's piling over the corpse of the Umber Hulk and get right behind it. Bonus action?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
That'll miss. So you
Alright.
did not deal damage this round, nor did you take damage this round. So this, I don't remember what the activation is. Anyway, it will dash as a bonus action. You can make an opportunity attack against it. You have disadvantage. It'll still hit. Damn. Okay, that's real close. Okay, you smash it in the back as it continues to run. So dash is a bonus action. It will dash as an action. Your presumption is that it's heading towards the strange grate over the hole. All right, and it being timed that it is, I will say your speed is 40, right?
Yes.
As is since it's moving one more time than you are because of expeditious retreat. I don't think you'll be able to catch up with it, so I'll just deal with the aftermath here. I'm gonna go ahead and slap the music shut. When you do finally catch up with it, what you'll realize is that the grating that was over the large hole has been removed, and the creature is gone. You can see straight down 100 feet into darkness. You know that he was a spellcaster capable of casting first level spells. It is highly likely that he cast the spell Featherfall in his descent. But yeah, there is now a hole into the Underdark at this point that appears to have been his escape route.
Ooh.
That is where we'll end the session for tonight. Thanks for watching those that did, and we'll deal with the lead up or the searching of what they were doing there next session at the beginning of that session. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next Tuesday, barring any conventions or anything like that. Thanks for watching. See you then.